Good morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Death Stranding 2 on the beach for live stream number 4 as we continue our journey through the game. Good morning, I hope your weekend was brilliant. We're back today for 3.5 hours as we continue on from Friday morning stream. Now, if you didn't see Friday's stream, we began to add new places to the Australian network, in Australia to the Chiral Network, beginning with the government camp and then moving on to the Lone Commander. We also managed to create a void out for the very first time, completely accidentally, just because of a bad decision that we made in terms of how we fought a BT. We learned more about these new BTs called the Watchers, which can see you. It's not always about breathing or noise, they can actually physically see you, so you've got to take the fight to them a little bit more and make sure you're getting ahead of them attacking you, essentially. We then got to another warehouse place, connected that to the network. We helped build a road. Other bits of road had been built as well. We took out some bandits who were attacking one of the places we needed to get to. We did quite a lot, actually, to be fair. Looking back at it now, we actually did quite a bit. And we actually finished the stream as we were ready to collect our next job as well. So that is the plan for this morning. We continue on trying to add parts of Australia to the Chiral Network, seeing how far we can get. If you haven't seen the schedule for this week, go and check out the schedule that is that went live yesterday. It gives you all our live stream times this week. This week we're going to be a bit different with the live streams, mainly because we've got so many different things on the go. It's not as simple as just doing Death Stranding all week. There's been an update to Assassin's Creed Shadows, where there's now a new character to... Sorry, I'm just checking my own sounds. Yeah, so there's a new character been added to Assassin's Creed Shadows, which obviously means we need to go and do it. Plus, also Roadcraft needs to continue. It's just everything's happening all at once, and we're trying to keep on top of it all, which is so... This week, we've missed a day because I've got hospital as well, which doesn't really help things, to be fair. But the plan is, we've got 2 streams of Death Stranding this week, today and Friday. And then between that, Tuesday and Thursday, we've got a Roadcraft stream and an Assassin's Creed. It's just trying to fit everything in at the minute. It's a nightmare, to be fair. It's one of those. There's too much going on, and that's the problem. And I hate not finishing things. Like Roadcraft, we aimed to do as much as we could. We knew Death Stranding was coming. And we aimed to get as much done as we could before, but just couldn't get it all done. And I hate leaving something not finished. I think that's the biggest issue for me, is the not finished part. I'm just not used to it. I like finishing games and then starting something new, but just because of the way it's all worked out, it's all been a bit of a nightmare this week, to be honest. But we've managed it. That's the important part. We have got as much as we can physically done, and we just have to keep fitting things in as and when we can. Obviously, hospital appointments, losing a day, doesn't help, to be fair. Right, I'm just going to quickly put something in the chat, and then we'll crack on. I need the link. I forgot I needed the link when I did it. Okay, let's try that. And I'm going to pin that to the chat. So if you haven't seen the stream times for this week or schedule, go and check that out using the link that's there, and I'll give you the scheduled video for this week. Right, let's load him. We are currently 10.5 hours in as it stands, and order completed. There we go, restore smoke kill. So once we load in, we'll catch up. So What? Was I in the middle of reading that when I saved it? That's a bit weird. Okay. I think we're resting when we always try if we can be in our room when we save it. Brilliant. For some reason, I don't know why it came the way it did, but anyway. So let's just quickly go to map and have a quick look outside. So quickly talk about what we did last week before we crack on. So we started over here by the plate gate. We managed to get to the government base over here and add that to the network. We went to the east and added the Lone Commander. We created a void out trying to do a mission for the Lone Commander, which didn't go quite to plan. We come back down here, did a few bits for the government again, and then headed to the observatory over here, the West Environmental Observatory. There's 4 observatories, they told us. We fought off the brigands, which are basically bandits, and got that back on the Chiral Network. We then went and did the mission to Smoke Hill Mine, got that on the network as well. We also dealt with these once as well. And that's kind of how we've left it. Our next mission, we need to head where we already are into the DHV Magellan and go and take on an order at the terminal, and that will dictate where we're heading next. We did just get something come up on the social strand service. I think, no, we've done all that. If they've got a like, it means we've done them, yeah. Why did the plate gate appear? Thanks to taking care of those brigands, Sam. Now the observatory can continue its good work. We'll keep an eye on the local environment and we'll try and find out more about the plate gate too. The local environment went totally haywire after the plate gate showed up. Seems that if you connect the whole country up, another plate gate will appear, allowing us access to the continent. So this is also what we learned in the last stream. The plate gate to Australia appeared when America was re-established to the Chiral Network. So what we believe is, once we connect the whole of Australia to the Chiral Network, another gate to another continent should appear. Potentially another way of adding more people. So maybe if we solve the mystery of the plate gates, we'll also solve the mystery of the Death Stranding itself. There we go. Right, so what we need to do is we need to head out. We'll do our normal thing of eat and drink, and then we'll head out and see what this mission is. But I must have already done it because I went. Keller, good morning. How are you? How are you doing? Thank you for the like, audience, appreciated. So actually, we can't eat and drink. We've already done all that. I always try and save in our room because it makes more sense that you can save in a select spot. Mission-wise, we're going to see what this mission is from the Magellan. Let's see where we're heading first and foremost today. How are you then, Keller? How are you getting on? Yeah, I'm enjoying it. How about yourself? How are you finding it?
Are you alright, Sam?
That was quite a harsh memory, that one.
What was that just now? Did something happen?
Something happened. Right, let's go and see what mission it is we need to do, and then we'll decide what stuff we're taking with us.
Sam, about the next site we wanted you to bring online with the Cupid.
Is everything as equal should be? Good.
The tar currents nearby have grown unstable.
I'm liking the fact that, you know, things have progressed to the point that, you know, the BTs, the main enemies, have evolved and got harder.
An unknown device located within a brigand outpost to the north of West Fort Knott.
Oh.
It's hardly an elegant solution, but we need you to
There's a device we need to destroy in brigand territory.
Take on this main order to proceed. The client in this case is the musician. I can't wait to hear what he has to share with the network.
Okay.
Don't let us down, Sam.
So, let's have a look at what we are going to do here. We're going to destroy the communications disruptor and deliver the mysterious recording to the musician. The musician's all the way over here. We need to take on the brigands base there. Brigands aren't too bad to take down, to be fair. We have got a sniper rifle as well. Oh, definitely a lot stronger, yeah, absolutely. Well, the Watchers take 3 blood grenades to take them down, from what we've figured out so far. So that's where we're heading first. We've got to take down the brigands, destroy the device, and we keep heading that way. We have got our bike, which should help speed things up a little bit.
Hey Sam, this is Tarman. The disruptor device we need you to disable is located in this area. You should have no trouble whatsoever destroying it using MP bullets or MP shells. Alternatively, consider getting close enough to access the device directly. You can use your ring terminal to have APAS hack into it, allowing you to disable it without resorting to brute force. Be advised though, Sam, that some of the brigands you'll encounter on site will be wearing armor protecting both their heads and bodies, and that every one of these armored units will be wielding a rod. No doubt their aim is to fortify themselves against ranged attacks, allowing
these
them
guys
to
are
move
wearing
in
armor.
and engage you at close quarters. In light of this development, we've
Oh, there
gone
might
ahead
be,
and
to be
added
fair. There
armored
might be.
enemies to our VR weapons and combat training programs. This way you can experiment with various methods and find a means of dealing with them that's suited to your personal strengths.
Keep shooting
That's
until
all
the armor gives way.
information I have for now. Review your potential routes and finalize your equipment loadout before heading out.
So we've got any
We're
weapons.
counting on you, Sam.
We do normally carry quite a few weapons on us, to be fair. So we know where we're heading. Yeah. So mysterious recording, we need to load this on our back. There we go. What do we need with us? Let's have a look. So currently we have ladders, climb and anchor peak. They're kind of our 4 go-to things that we always have with us at all times. Container repair spray, brand new. We've got a bolo gun, sniper rifle. The recording is the actual mission itself. We've got an assault rifle on our right hand side, a grenade pistol. I'm looking, do you know what, to be fair, I might use that when we get close enough. We've not used a grenade pistol yet. It was something we picked up in the last stream. And then blood grenades, we've got smoke grenades as well. And then we've got 4 blood bags. We've got a battle skeleton on as well, trekking boots. To be fair, I don't think we need anything else. I think that is everything we need. Bolo gun, sniper, assault rifle, yeah, I think we're good to go, to be fair. Let's have a look at our enhancements. How much have we got? We've got 55 memory space. There's some new ones over here. Let's have a look what these are. Timefall generator recharges Sam's battery during periods of timefall. It's quite a good one. Flood warnings. Emergency vehicle charger. Okay. I like the timefall charging, to be fair. Allows Sam's skeleton to automatically adjust his posture, making it harder to lose his balance. Temporary override of the skeleton's control algorithms that allow its movement to be optimized. That's really good. That's going to stop us falling over. That's actually really, really good. Oh, absolutely. I'm glad they added them, as it's made things a lot harder as well, to be fair. You're right. Sorry, I just surprised my little boy. But yeah, I think the auto assist would be quite handy, to be fair. What else have we got? That's the sensor mode. Aim assist, I'm all about aim assist. Motion scanner. Yeah, I think that. If that helps us not fall over, I think that'd be quite handy to have, to be fair. Right, we've got our bike with us. Let's head out then. What we'll probably do is see how close we can get. And then maybe leave the mission cargo on the bike, essentially. But we'll see how we go. Anything that's for the musician that we see on the way we'll pick up, because that's essentially where we're heading come the end of it. We do need to run around the base there and actually pick up all the materials that have been left, to be fair. At some point we'll have to do that. Right, this road will stop before we get to where we're going. but it's the last moment to charge up. Let's have a quick look at where we are then. So we're coming up to their base now. Let's say we want to get as close as we can, but wait until before we get off the bike. We've got to be careful not to be seen. First, we're getting 5 stars. So yeah, I think the whole to get 5 stars, you get a lot more stuff unlocked, don't you? So that's got to be the focus. That's why going back and forth sometimes is actually worth doing. To be fair, we did it on Friday's stream. This was instead of doing this mission we're doing now, we did a different mission just to get up more stars on the government base and things. So yeah, definitely worth going back and forth when you can. To be fair. Can't you build more? Not currently, Vision Unlock. Good morning, by the way, Vision Unlock. Hope you're well. Hope you had a good weekend. No, we can't build any more roads this way until this is on the Chiral Network. And to get this on the Chiral Network, we need to get to the musician and get them online. If they're online, this area here will be online, and then we can build more roads. If the Chiral Network isn't connected, then you can't build roads. So it's one thing first, followed by another, essentially.
Sam, are you planning on entering enemy territory while carrying all that?
No, I'm
With
not.
that much cargo on your back, they'll spot you in no time. Why
My
not stash your backpack and any excess equipment somewhere safe, and take only what you'll need for now?
Dollman's got the same thinking I had myself, and that is, I want to get to that rock there, and then that's where I want to stash my stuff, is my thinking. If I can. No, because their base is closer than I thought. Okay, I didn't think their base was that close, to be fair. I thought it was further afield. You can see the other marker over there. That over there is to build a road. That's a paver. Definitely worth getting the 5 stars for the unlocks, absolutely. But yeah, that's the paver over there. That's what we need to get more stuff for. Right. Ladders, climbing anchor, PTC, that can go. Still recording, can stay on the bike. Yeah. So all that stuff there we're going to leave on the bike. There we go. And we're going in sniper rifle, bolo gun, assault rifle, grenade pistol. Remember, we have got a sniper rifle, so it may be worth using that if we can see them out in the open. But I can see several out in the open, to be fair. Let's have a look. There's one over there, one there. Thing is, one shot's all well and good. This is loud, and they will know we're here. I wonder if maybe we're better off using... Oh, there's 3 of them over there. And they're inside the building. Do you know what? Let's try the grenade pistol. This is going to end up in a big fight no matter what. I don't know how far this works. How far is that? So that's there. I can't see where it's going to go. That's the only downside. Yeah, we can't see its range. What about if we just... It's got a decent range, to be fair. I was just trying to see rough range. So we've got a guy there. That will take him out. We can actually get it on the device, in the device's building. Let's do that. I think I just grenaded someone who was in that building. I think he's down. Now, assault rifle. Obviously, they're going to try and run at us here. He's down. 2 down. I think the only way they're going to get up here is by there. No, 2 coming this way. Down. Oh, what was that? I didn't... There's someone in there. Why not pull him out? I was going to say, pull him out. Trying to run us over. Is he down? I didn't want to get in the vehicle. For some reason it took my gun off me. Okay, this is not going to plan. Give me my gun. He's down. He's down. He's down. I don't know if that's all of them or not, to be fair. Sniper rifle back. Yeah, I don't know if that's all of them. No, there's a sniper over there. Yeah, there's a sniper. Yeah, I would say it didn't quite go to plan, but actually we've done okay. Let's go back. Let's try and get sniper rifle. There's 2 people at least still over there. One in the tower. And one down there. I think he's down. Missed him. Someone's firing rocket spears at us. He's down. He's still up over there, isn't he? Come on. He was still up a minute ago. I think he's still up. I don't know if we're safe to head in or not, to be fair. To the right hand side are down. No, there's movement over there. There's movement there. Yeah, there's at least 3 of them over to the right hand side. They're not coming towards us though. Yeah, at least 3 I think. Let's see, how many grenades? We've got 2 grenades left. I don't know if this destroys buildings or not. I'm going to try and take out the device. And try that. I've just seen there's someone else actually. I thought I saw someone go up there. Are they going to come after us, or are we going to have to go in for them? I think we might have to go in for them. They're not going to come to us, I don't think. Right, we'll try and get a bit close and try an angle if we can. There's at least 3, I believe. But yeah, if we can get an angle on them, perfect. Right, where are they? There's one there. Right, so we've got one there at least. Where's he heading? Is he heading inside that building, isn't he? Another one coming up as well, by the looks of things. So he's heading upstairs, he is. One on the right hand side there. Right, so he's now over here. Where is he gone? There he is. He's down. There's a second one up there now. He's down. I think that's all of them. Or is there a third? There's still someone else moving around. If we go in... I got no... Oh, assault rifle's nearly out of bullets. It's only got 8 bullets left. I have to go... I've dropped my bolo gun somewhere as well, by looks of things. Okay, that's an issue. We'll have to keep sniper rifle out then. I need more ammunition badly. Yeah, I think there's still a person left over. What have we got in here? Metals. Lots of materials. Again, I'd love to take them, but at the minute we don't need them as such. How do we get upstairs is the question. Must be... Stairs out the back, yeah. Like I say, I think there's one person left over. We don't know where they are. 100%. Hang on. I may know where he is. He's there. Too close to him. Back up. There's one to our left again. Oh, they're getting each other up. He's down. He's down. He is down, I'm pretty sure, that guy. Where'd this guy go to? Behind the concrete. He's down. I didn't even think about them getting each other up, to be fair. I think we are okay now. I don't need the PCC. These are guys all knocked out. Assault rifle I could do with. That wasn't what I picked up, I don't think. Right, the assault rifle has picked up. How many bullets has he got? Ours has got 8. That'll do. Yeah, ours has run out of bullets, so we've got theirs now. I think we're pretty safe, basically, to be fair. But I forgot they can get each other up.
How you doing, Sam?
Double check we are safe while I do this. My plan is to hack in. I don't know if we'll learn more by hacking him. Rather than just destroying the thing. Maybe we'll learn more.
Good job, Sam. You've disabled the target. And don't forget to collect your things before moving on.
What's this? This is one of their post boxes, I think. What we got in here? Oh. That's going to the Lone Commander, Observatory. So that's the thing, there's so much stuff we could take. But actually, when are we going to get the chance to deliver it? That's the thing. what I do need to get rid of is unload some of my stuff. So offload that. We picked up a ladder, did we? I definitely don't need to do anything with the ladder. There's so much here I'd love to just pick up and take, materials wise as well. Problem we have is we just haven't got the space. And even with the bike, we don't really have the carrying capacity. Otherwise, it'd be worth grabbing whatever we can. They did drive a vehicle towards us, didn't they? But and that can probably carry more, to be fair. But I prefer the trike at this point.
Okay.
I suppose we could take some of this stuff that was left from the guys that attacked us over here, like ceramics. Because they're not big things we're picking up here. What you got? A bolo? That's my bolo gun. That's where I dropped it. Brigand boots. I don't know if they're any different to the other boots from from Mexico or not. I don't know. We shall see. Right. We've done what we need to do though. Bear with me 2 seconds. I've got a phone call. Bear with me. Apologies about that. That was the hospital, because I've got all these different hospital appointments coming up for this back surgery. They're trying to. They want me. Like he said, could you come in tomorrow? No. Okay, let's. I don't know. Do we head to the? I'm thinking maybe we do, because once we've got the musician online, I'm guessing we have to go back to the Western Observatory, and there was a pack. There was something here to pick up for them. I wonder if maybe we take that with us, because we've got the trike to put it on. And if we're heading back there anyway, we may as well have it on us, ready to deliver. But I can't remember where it was. It might actually be in the post box, mightn't it? Thinking about it. More ceramics there. What is that down there? That's metals. There's another mule post box over there. It's alloys. I think it was in here, to be fair. We quickly hack him. I'm sure there was something for the observatory, which means we may as well take it, because it's something else to take with us. It's only, it doesn't, yeah, it's barely anything in terms of weight, to be fair. Because we'll be heading back to the Western Observatory, I believe. Right, job done. We're now heading special alloys. Well, on the trike, I might as well pick these things up. Right, we've got another mule post box to check here, and then we'll head to the musician. It's a very quick hack now, that is. What have we got? Lone Commander, Blood Bags, Ladder, Mazer Handgun. I don't think I've seen a Mazer Handgun. Again, nothing really we need, but I'll grab those. Okay, we can't take all of them. We've maxed out the carrying capacity of the trike now, so that's everything we've got. If we have to unload something, because we need to pick up more mission-related things, then we'll do that. Right, that's where we're heading. Musician. It's quite a way away, to be fair. If we look on the map, we've got to go through all this territory here. But I think it doesn't look too bad. It's all very open until we hit the mountainous region here, which again, I don't think will be that bad. So we'll just keep an eye out for anything we want to pick up along the way, but I think we should be in okay condition. Taking down the brigands wasn't too bad. We could have done it better, to be fair. We got a bit closer than I would have liked, but we managed it in the end. Ah, there's a mission here. There's something for the musician here. As I say, the more we pick up, the more stars we get.
Were impressive, and the brigands themselves were a tough, imposing bunch. You know, Sam, you can have me scout ahead if it would make your life easier. Just toss me into the middle of their camps, and I can give you a better picture of what to expect.
To be fair, we should have done that. We should have tossed them into the camp.
But it works. Just promise you won't throw me anywhere weird.
Anywhere weird. But yeah, we probably should have done that, to be fair. We could have used his help. Right, there's something extra large over here to pick up for the musician. Again, the more things you pick up for the musician on the way to her, I think the better. I think it's a her, it might be a him. But they're all going to increase their star level with the musician immediately. So it's worth picking as much up as we can. That's extra large according to that. Anything else? Yeah, there's something over here as well. As I say, the more we get, the more stars we get immediately, which means the more upgrades we get immediately as well. I need to have a look how far away we are now, to be fair. Okay, we just need to... What was that? Right, special alloys. I don't know why it's showing up on the map. But yeah, we just need to head basically up this ravine here. So, full speed ahead. Otherwise, we might not make it up there. For anyone that's streaming this as well, by the way, the music is all copyright, so you can't monetize any stream of Death Stranding 2 unless you turn the music off. Which I think personally, if you turn the music off, you're ruining the game because the music is so atmospheric. Right, we're nearly there. There is something else to pick up there, audio samples. I think we can get to them without too much hassle. Yeah. There we go. And we're here. We have made it to the musician. And I think we've got quite a lot of things to hand in here as well, which would be quite good for us. Okay, what we'll do quickly first, before we even get off the bike, we'll do our cargo management. I can't do it. We have to get off before we can do cargo management. I don't know, can we process orders that are on the bike? I think let's see if we can. Because every time I take things off manually, I wonder if we don't have to. We'll find out in a second, actually, to be fair. Because it's in that circle, so I'm hoping everything on the bike counts as delivering as well. Yes, I think it does. Because that top one is on the bike. Okay, perfect. Let's hand everything in and hopefully get a decent amount of stars from this. Yes. Which will also hopefully convince the musician to come on the network as well.
weren't too much trouble. Though you look okay. Glad you can make it.
We could have dealt with them better, to be fair,
Let's take a
but
look at this cargo of yours.
the brigands, I mean, we could have dealt with them better, but we dealt with them. That's the important part. There we go. Is no damage on the container for the main mission. So no damage there. It's an S rating.
Talk about one crazy
And all the extras as well on top.
Giving up on this one. Appreciate it.
What star are we going to get in total? Oh, just short of 2. Just short of 2 stars, unfortunately.
I've been waiting a long time for this. Okay, use your Cupid to hook me up.
We definitely could do with a shower, couldn't we? There we go, the musician is now on the Chiral Network. That is another connection done. I was wrong as well, it's not a she, it's a he. Jenna Sheena, the musician. And that is new stuff added that we can now see. And the Magellans joined us here as well. And we have gained a shotgun level 1. Nice. And it's got a flashlight as well. Okay, nice up close and personal weapon there. More firmware for us.
Now displaying your current order grade.
We've gained some extras here by the things. Wow. Okay. New enhancement for APAS. Speeds up your sensors recharge time. Issues aid requests automatically. And we're now up to level grade 91. And we're an export porter level 2.
This is really something. I'm part of the Chiral Network, which means everyone can finally listen to my songs. Then with the music player, you'll be able to set the mood for your adventures. And just like that, the world's gotten so much bigger. Yeah, looks like my weapon data has been shared with everyone too. So about the recording you brought me, it almost sounds like a whale song. But there's something off about it. I'll need more time to figure it out.
The secret recordings, obviously,
Anyway,
they've been listening
I'll
to
send
something
you
to do with the
updates via
BTs.
SSS.
Right, whale song.
The tar man's the one who recorded it. He said he heard it while he was out tar fishing. Have a listen. Call me crazy, but we might be dealing with something like a
We
whale.
have seen a tar
Another
whale
interesting
before in the
thing to
first
know,
game.
Creatures that hear this song make an effort to avoid the source. There's not much else I can say with confidence. However, give me some time to analyze it, and I might get you some answers.
You've shared weapon data.
Yeah, I got it from a friend who knows all about weapons. Now, this is way back in the day, when I was traveling in search of new music. Well, he said I'd need to protect myself, taught me how to use it and everything. But I never did in the end. Just as well, I'm better with instruments, you know? Apparently this shines when you break it out at close range. Incorporates the latest tech as well, so it ought to pack one hell of a punch. In an ideal world, we wouldn't ever need stuff like this. But I bet it's a necessary evil for you.
Yeah, just a bit.
Do
Oh,
what
to
you
be
got.
fair, shotgun sounds like good to have, especially if you're up close to the BTs as well. Are you making music out here?
Yep, I can really immerse myself in my work here. Sadly, all the music I've made never gets heard by anyone else. Still, that's about to change. Because of that update I pushed you earlier, the new music player function, remember? In
Ah,
it, you'll find a sample of my work. And when you've got the time, be it on the job or relaxing somewhere, why don't you take a listen?
he's given us a music player essentially. I'll be off now.
Gotta get going, huh? Well, hey, thank you for the help. You know, I've been wondering how those brigands got their hands on that disruptor thing. I'm just saying, they certainly don't have the know-how to build one.
Good point. Where'd they get the tech
Oh
from?
yeah, I had another favor I wanted to ask, if that's cool. I lost some cargo near and dear to my heart. even though I tried my best to keep it safe. I've tracked it to this dangerous place. Too dangerous for someone like me.
Where?
The request's open to anyone willing to accept, but something tells me you'll deliver. Get it?
Very
Anyway,
funny.
if this kind of works up your alley, then take a look at my suborder.
Okay, so he's got a sub order for us.
Sam. I have high hopes for his work, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see what comes of it. As for that strange device, it seems that its effect on the tar currents blocked all chiral communications. So I think it's only fair that we call it a chiral jammer. Anyway, while the currents in the area have settled down somewhat, we've received a number of troubling new reports. For one, a tar eruption was recorded in the direct vicinity of West Fort. A group of figures clad in red and a large unidentified black mass were observed.
So the figures clad in red we've seen before.
Well. Needless to say, the anomalous tar current activity near West Fort Knot may be related to these events. So we can't afford to ignore them and proceed with network expansion. We've got no choice but to investigate and address any cause that may be present on site. The corresponding main order has been added to this delivery terminal.
Okay, we've got to go and investigate that as well then.
Feeling a difficult fight might be ahead of you, Sam. I strongly advise you to prepare accordingly.
We'll do. Okay, so our choice of mission seems like we're going to be taking on a BT again by the sounds of things. So there's a standing order here to go back to the Western Environmental Observatory. There's recovered a stolen record, which is down below. I think that's worth trying to do, to be fair. And then investigate the unusual tar currents. So what I think we should do is do this one first. That will hopefully get the musician to 2 stars. And then maybe go back and deliver that again first before we then go and do that one. Mainly because we have got another order on us for the observatory. So it might be worth doing both at once there and then coming back. Because even from the observatory we can go straight across to there. Although I think I'd have to pick the mission up. I don't know if we can pick it up from here or not. Can I take on more than one mission? We haven't tried doing that. Let's see if we can do that. The sub-order first. It's just down below from us, so we could probably abseil down there, I'm hoping. I don't know if we can take on more than one order, that's the thing. Let's head out for the minute. I want to see if we can take more than one order at a time.
Thank you.
It's not something we've tried. We can. Okay. So what we'll do when we come back, we'll take both of these 2 on at the same time. We'll go back there first, because from there we can get across these unusual tar currents anyway. So we'll come back for those. What do we need at this point? Recycling and store. So we've got all these extra materials on us at the minute that we don't really need on us. So let's store those for the minute here. What else we got? Ceramics can be stored here as well. Where's that? I thought I picked up a mission. Maybe I didn't then. Is it worth storing them or using them here? I don't really know. Store materials. They all get added to what we can build here. Probably, he hasn't got much here that we can use, so actually adding these is probably a good thing. By the looks of where we're going, oh, okay. Oh yeah, we've got the battle skeleton silver, haven't we? Level 2. We're currently using level 2 anyway. There's the shotgun. What I'm thinking is climbing anchor. We probably want another one of those. Because of where we're going to get his thing from. I probably need a second grenade pistol, mainly because ours needs recycling. We've used all its bullets. Oh no, actually, would it? We need to check actually. How do I take something out of there? Removal. I haven't actually checked our gear to see if it's... Because sometimes I think when you have to rest to actually get your ammunition back. But I need to double check. So, bolo gun... yes, there we go. Sniper rifle needs... is out of bullets. Patrick, good morning. How are you? Even with that ending. When enough is enough. I know. The ending is mad. Thank you for the like, much appreciated, Oz. But yeah, glad you enjoyed it. And Brigand boots, we don't know if they're better than what we're currently using, to be fair. I might recycle them as well. No, actually, we'll recycle the bandit boots. Right, grenade pistol needs to be recycled. That's full ammunition, isn't it? Yeah. So that's the one we took off them. Although that doesn't take out BTs. That assault rifle. So let's get rid of that as well. Yeah, let's do that. So all that stuff is going to be recycled. And then we need to fabricate assault rifle. Do you know what? I'll take a shotgun as well. And then the grenade pistol worked really well actually, so we'll take the pistol too. You can never have too many weapons on you, can you? I think 2 anchors is enough and 2 ladders should be plenty. So assault rifle can go on our tool rack. Grenade pistol in the handgun holster. Shotgun. Backpack. Sniper rifle. Backpack. We're ready to rumble. Right. Well, we will leave. We've got to leave this here. I don't think we need to take the cruiser with us. But let's just do the management and cargo because we're going to need. Oh, there we go. The headache pills. I knew they were there. We have got the headache pills on us. I did think we had them. We'll load those onto our trike. There's 2 trikes here. One is ours and one isn't. We need to take the 2 ladders off. Climbing anchor. We'll take that too. And that. Backpack. Probably could do with the container repair spray in a second. Looking at the state of stuff. Where's the boots? Ours are only 15%, so we don't need to do them yet. Attach the boot clip. There we go. Right, how's our... Yeah, I think we're good. The only thing I would probably change... By left hand for a second. Right hand. In fact, I might even attach them to suit, to be fair. I just wanted to make sure there was space and everything else. No, it doesn't fit in the backpack, so that's... Not that one. Shotgun, does that fit in the backpack? No, it goes on top. Alright, both the weapons can only go on top. They're not small enough to go there. Okay. So anything small can still go on the back of us. I don't know if we need the weapons, what we're about to do. But just in case. Right, container repair spray. Does that fix them containers at the back? It's not, is it? Okay, there's some containers at the back I thought that would fix. Okay. So the mission we're about to do is to go and retrieve something that was lost. I am enjoying it. Yeah, thoroughly enjoying it. There we go, that's what we're after. It's down below from where we are now. So let's see. Oh, so we've got some climbing anchors we can play. Oh, someone's already placed a climbing anchor there. I don't like using other people's stuff. I kind of like using my own stuff to actually do these things. Otherwise, what's the point? So we'll place our own climbing anchor down. I just prefer to do our own rather than use someone else's, because otherwise we're not actually doing anything ourselves, are we? Oh, we let go of the rope. Why did... I was going to say, grab rope. But yeah, so we'll use our own stuff where possible. Whoa, this looks slippery. Down, down, down. It still goes a long way, to be fair. Right, we're going to be nearly out of rope in a second. Ready to go, finish the first one. The rest of them. The ending, the ending is incredible though, isn't it? Like you say, when is enough enough? New feature default equipment. Let's have a look what this message is. You can now choose what tools and fieldware to equip by default. Okay. That's quite an interesting one. Right, the item we're after is just over to the right hand side there. Obviously we've got to take it slow coming down here. That is a giant tar pit, isn't it? We've got to watch out for that. Okay, so we're holding on for balance. Just let him stop for a second, otherwise we're going to drain all our stamina. We don't need to pick the ladder up. Someone placed a charger down there, wow. There's actually a load of stuff to pick up here for other bases as well. Government base, record collection.
Almost there.
So the record collection is what we're after. Divine, good morning, how are you? 3 movies wrapped into one ending. I know. Right, what have we got? Supply request. Alloys. I'm not going to keep giving people guns. I don't see the point. There's a lot of requests for guns. I don't see why. Because they're so easy to get and make. Right, record collection is what we're after. Be a little bit careful here. Yeah, we're nearly there. There we go, record collection. That's all we're here for.
Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
So we just need to get back up to where we were. Someone's put a ladder there. There are other things to pick up here, but we're not going to be heading that way, like Lone Commander. We're not heading that way anytime soon, so... But yeah, that is a tar pit. I can imagine that being a nightmare, or something like a nightmare will come out of it if we're not careful. Right, we're going to head back up then to the musician, hand this back in, and then we can look at the other 2 missions that are there, and we can take both together, essentially. The only extra thing we crafted was the extra anchor, and that's what we use, so we've still got all our original gear on us. Just need to check how good quality it is, because it might be a case we need to replace some of it. For a bit. Yeah, no worries, Patrick. Thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. Have a good one, Patrick. Deepak Gaming, good morning. Sorry, Dave, good morning. How are you? How was your weekend, Dave? Don't need to replace the climate. Lone Commander, again, we're not going to be heading to him anytime soon. If we're heading somewhere, it's worth taking the gear, but if we're not, it's not worth taking it. Okay. Grab rope. We're going to start climbing up. It's quite an easy one to do, but at least it should give us 2 stars as well. There we go. And we're back already. Nice and simple, really, to be fair. Hand this in, that should be 2 stars for the musician, and then we've got 2 missions to look at as well. But yeah, that wasn't as bad as it seemed, to be fair. That was quite an easy one. There we go, no damage at all. So we should get a decent amount of likes for that one. Thank you for the like, but much appreciated. It's good. Good. Glad you had a good weekend, though.
Hey, Sam, I've been waiting for you. Decided to take on that order, huh? Okay, I'll check out the cargo then.
There we go, S-rated.
Everything's in pristine condition. You're the best.
Is it enough? A new music data is available, so this can now be played on our music player if we wanted it to. Come on, be enough for 2. There we are, 2 stars, nearly 3 to be fair. Wow.
You're always there.
What do we gain? A lightweight shotgun.
With this data.
Wow, okay. Semi-auto, full auto, and burst. And it is being stored an S-size piece of... That's quite a good one to have, to be fair. And more music we can now add as well. Gain 15 more firmware. And 40.
Do you have enough materials?
There we go, more materials too.
The amount you withdraw from here?
I'm liking the lightweight shotgun option, to be fair. I don't think we'll gain much here, to be fair. It wasn't that big of an order. No, we stay 91 graded. Expert mover level 2.
You are incredible. And with talents like those, you might even catch their eye. The Tar Lake twins, that is.
Tar Lake
I
twins?
shared another music sample with you, by the way. If you can, I would love it if you had a listen.
Who are the Tar Lake twins?
That's right. Or so I've heard. They live on the edge of a tar lake to explore the limits of what a human being can handle. Only interested in meeting exceptional folks capable of pushing said limits. Sadly, nobody has come along that fits the bill. Makes for an interesting story, huh? Which has me wondering, what kind of person would be good enough?
Tar Lake twins. Okay. Favorite track of yours?
Yeah, got it from a kindred spirit in the UCA. Stuff that'll hit you right in the Kandha. A classic tune. When you head back to your room, have a listen. For real, you'll be hooked.
Perfect.
Again, thank you so much.
So our plan is we're going to head...
Great, though. How did something I know I'd stored safely end up in a place like that? Anyway, you might want to keep an eye on your own stuff. Take
So
care.
stuff went missing.
Come back soon.
I don't know if that's something we need to think about or worry about or not.
Order completed. Well done.
Right, let's head back in. I want the lightweight shotgun. But we've got 2 orders here. Deliver this record back to the observatory. We're going to do that first, and then we'll do the tar currents over that way as well. We can take both orders on. We know how simple it is to get back. I don't know if the brigands will be back in their base or not. I don't know. That's the only thing. Right, we want this new lightweight shotgun. We don't need anything else. Fabricating. There's no room in the backpack. We probably should look at the cases. Some of our stuff is actually quite badly damaged, to be fair. I don't really want it on top. Yeah, put it there. Oh no, cancel. Don't do that. We have to, because we'll lose our skeleton if we do that. Put it there. And what I'll do, the assault rifle will also place... Why can't I place that? It's too big, isn't it? That's why. Anything that has to be a small to go on your shoulder, I think. Okay. Right, before we head out, we're going to accept the second mission as well, and we'll do 2 at once.
Order accepted. Thank you.
So we go investigate the unusual tar. That's where we've got to head for, but we'll do that from the other side, essentially. Let's quickly check APAS. We've got 50 memory here. Is there anything we can? There's a new one over here. Auto aid request. I don't want aim assistance. That one requires 60. That's to scan. What's that one? Strand contract cap boost. Increase the total number of strand contracts stamped in the form. What's this? Time full generator recharges battery. Flood warnings. Emergency battery for vehicle. Motion set scanner. And to be fair, we might want to save for that one for the motion scanner. That'll be helpful in trying to figure out where people are. And in sports, not for the last 5 years, Dave, because ever since I got the accident, because I can't physically do anything. So I can't physically play sport. But yeah, before the accident I used to play quite a few different sports, to be fair.
Okay, peace.
Right, so we're heading first and foremost back to the observatory. So ignore that over there. We're heading over here first and foremost. It does mean the brigands may be back up. And if they are, we may need to deal with them. Although we can probably skirt around them, to be fair. I don't know if it's night time whether we're going to face BTs or not. I'm sure we'll find out as we go. If we can get any other things picked up to go with us, then... Hang on. So the musicians found out who the thief was, who took his music. I can't believe who the thief was. Take a look at this. See those weird mouse-like creatures holding their container. They snuck into the shelter and helped themselves to my stuff. Turns out it wasn't a human that had been stealing from me. After all, I don't really know what's going on here, but be careful. Do you think this might be a result of the anomalies in the local environment? I've heard of mule syndrome causing with steel cargo, but I didn't know it could affect animals. I don't know what's causing it, but those little buggers aren't getting into my shelter. I can tell you that much. We need to be careful, that's for sure. These things are dangerous. Definitely best to keep your distance. So, whatever they are has been getting inside the shelters and stealing from them. Interestingly. The filtration equipment is going where we're going. We'll try and pick that up on the way down. Pick up the Chiral there. Yeah, we'll grab this filtration system. As that's going to exactly where we can't really carry much more now. So we want to be heading... We can go to the left, to be fair, and straight down. Or we can straight down... that looks quite... Yeah, we don't want to go that way. See how sharp the drop is that way. I think we'll go this way. The only thing that may affect us is if the mules are back up and running after we took them down. That's really the only thing that could make this this mission a bit dodgy, to be fair. Other than that, I think we'll be okay. So we've got a couple of things to hand in at the Western Observatory. And then we'll head to where the tar locations, where the people with the red outfits were seen. We've dealt with red outfits previously, that's the thing. We just don't know anything about them, that's the problem. Right, if we carry on going straight here, we'll skirt the edge of the brigand territory. There's no come out second time, we don't need to. We're fine for charge. Yeah, we'll try and skirt the territory. If we get into a fight, then we get into a fight with them, but I'll avoid them if we can. There's not always a need to fight every time you see people. Are they back up and running? I think they're still down, to be fair. I don't know how long before they refresh. Because obviously we took them all down originally. I'm not sure how long it takes before they're all fully refreshed and back going again. Oh, the other thing, there was an auto paver we saw. Maybe it might be worth seeing what we need for that. For when we come back, to be fair. Where did we see it? Sure, it was over here somewhere. Oh, it's there. Okay, it's right in the middle where their base is. We might ignore it for the minute then. I was going to see if there's anything we can take with us.
Wouldn't want to be near that if it released its charge.
Ah, press H when it was near the generator on these central. Ah, okay. Can actually use the generators to take down enemies. Interesting. Right, we can get on the road here and travel back. There we go. Hopefully this will give us an upgrade, maybe the Western Observatory as well. There we go, Western Observatory. Let's go and hand in all the missions. One of them is a mission. I think the other one was something. The other two are things we've picked up. So we've got the mission there. That was the actual mission itself, and then we've got the two we picked up on the way as well. So that's a submission complete, plus 2 extras. Probably rest here till the morning, and then we'll head out to deal with this tar situation.
Still slaving away at this hour, I say. I'll process your orders as quick as I can, okay?
There we go, S-rated, no damage at all.
Thanks. I don't know where you found
Plus some extras as well. Filtration system was worth quite a few, to be fair. So 3.5 stars now. That's pretty good. We want to get to 100. That's going to be our first aim, doesn't it? We're 93 graded now. Expert mover level 2.
Thank you. Gets pretty dark out here, so be sure to watch your step.
Right, what I think, while it's night time,
Well done.
can we... Do these not have a... These don't have a place to... Do they have a place to rest?
Thank you so much.
They don't have a place to rest here, do they? I was going to say we'll sleep until morning, but I don't think we can. Facility storage. No. Okay. Deliver metals. Where are they going? Oh, they've got. So they've got one to deliver to the musician. We've just been there. We're not going to go all the way back there now, as we're doing the other mission instead. Yeah, that's a big mission, to be fair. That's something we'll have to take on another time, to be fair. So my plan was we'd go to sleep now, but obviously we can't because there's nowhere to stay here. I thought there would be, to be honest. Okay, let's figure this out then. Obviously the Magellan's up there, so we can't go there either. And this is the music player. So if I'm unlocking the musician, this is the music player. Music of your choice can be played within the Chiral Network. It will stop playing automatically in certain locations or situations. Again, I don't really listen to music, so it's not a big deal. Let's quickly give it a save while we're here. There we go. So our mission itself, investigate the unusual tar currents over here. That's the plan. Before we get into this whole new city. Nothing to deliver. Let's just check out the unusual tar currents. Now, from where we are now, I think we might as well go... So is there any aid requests? No, not really. So we're currently here. I wonder if we should just go this way. Mainly because we've not been that way. I know it's night time, we probably shouldn't really go anywhere at night. But I wonder if we go this way. Skirt around the back here. Not sure what that is, but there is a broken bridge, it seems, across there, which maybe we can put a ladder across. So we'll head to there. And then hopefully we can see what's going on. All we know, it's the red guys in the red outfits. Now, we've met them previously, had a fight with them, plus been saved by one of those. So, it's interesting to see what they're up to be fair. Okay. So we're going to be heading a different way that we've not been before. I just need to get round there. I don't know if there's going to be stuff to see, pick up. We shall see. There might even be BTs this way, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if there is anything. Let's say I was going to rest, but we can't rest there, so we'll carry on instead. Nothing really showing up for the minute. There's Chiral crystals there. We can see the city that's showing up now. That's some more crystals. Always try and grab those when we can, to be fair. I wasn't sure what this journey would be like at night, but actually there's nothing out here. It is kind of deserted this way. Yeah, I was a little bit unsure whether there'll be BTs out this way, to be fair. Right, we can see the bridge we're heading for. But I can ignore my route now. What we'll take the markers off because we don't need the route anymore. Remove all markers, there we go. Right, we're heading for where them boxes are, essentially. I've worked tomorrow, I don't want to be late. Yeah, no worries, Dave, much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your evening, Dave. Have a good sleep, and I'm sure we'll speak soon. Thank you, Dave. Okay, there is a partial bridge that we're aware of. Thing is, I don't know if we're going in there for a fight or we're going in there just to see see who it is. I don't really know if we should go as silently as we can or we need to get in and full guns blazing. That's the only thing. Always happy to take the electrobytes. Right, that's where we're going. Obviously there is a broken bridge. Can't quite see fully. Oh, is that it? From there to there? I thought when it said broken bridge it was a lot worse than that. It's not that bad. There's an auto paver over there as well, to our right. Yeah, an auto paver. We'll have to have a look at that and see if what can be added to that to maybe make some road up here. Right, let's head in. As I say, this isn't as bad as I thought it was.
Now leaving Chiral Network coverage. We're nearly
What?
at our destination. You see
Yeah.
anything suspicious?
Good evening, Sam.
Weapon use is restricted. So if we,
Measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside
right,
facility.
there's a vehicle to the right there. But if we can't use weapons, then surely this won't be that bad. Although that's tar out there. That's tar there. So we need to get to there. Investigate the cause of disruption. I don't really want to drive across the tar, but I might have to be fair. Well, the tar's reacting to something, isn't it? We knew something would happen once we got onto the tar. Although this could be... These are all the red guys again. Again, we've seen these, they attacked us. We had a red guy save us as well. What is it they want though is the question. So they're using the tar to travel. We know that much.
Well now, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Been a long time, Sam.
Fuck, how you still alive?
Oh, no, I'm just a ghost. Come to take my revenge on you and that bitch Fragile. All the way from the other side. Of course, there's no point in trying to kill you when you won't stay dead. But there are plenty of other ways to make you suffer. Huh? The kid kicked the bucket, huh? Shame. Goddamn shame.
I'm trying to think who it is. We know that guy.
Look in that coffin. Pod. Going on a walkabout. Well, that's touching. Even if you don't know a goddamn thing about Lou.
What are you saying?
What don't we know?
Maybe I can't kill you, you won't die, but you can lose everything you love.
Well, we've already lost Lou.
And torture yourself for the rest of time, knowing that death will never come for you.
I forgot what his name was.
You go on your little walkabout. Go wherever you want, but I will be damned if I let you link up this continent. Not because extinction's my creed, though, no. I want to build a world where fear and violence are king. And who do you think will come out on top, Sam? You? With your hippy-dippy network? Or me? With my more rough and tumble methods? I can't wait to find out. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight.
He's summoning a BT, isn't he? They're all going to travel via the tar. And instead he's summoning a BT as well. Seriously?
Cruelty or collaboration? The eternal choice.
Looks like we're about to fight.
Let's put him to the test.
we're not fighting him either. So I think he's the bad guy from the first game. Give me a weapon. Yeah, we'll start with the assault rifle then. Aim for the red part, essentially.
That one's gotta hurt.
Watch out for them legs. Try and keep moving. With the red eye is where we do the damage. No. Gotta keep away from his legs. We're gonna be out. We've got one more magazine of bullets and that's it. Okay, gun. I know we've got some more, we've got more bullets, okay? I thought we was out of bullets then. Oh, we got a big hit there.
Nice one. That one seems to have done some damage.
Trying to make sure we miss as many legs as possible. Where are we aiming for next? I think there's a weak spot on them legs as well. Just managed to avoid all of that. But we need to swap guns here. We're out of ammunition. What about the lightweight shotgun? Let's try that for the first time. I've got a grenade pistol as well. I think we can damage the legs. There are red points on them legs to hit. Yeah, I think we can damage the legs if we get it right. We've got to keep moving and stay away from him. Always got to keep running. There we go, one leg down. Another leg. This lightweight shotgun, I tell you, is actually pretty good as weapons go. Move. Nice bit on the back there taken down as well.
That last attack of yours seems to have left a mark.
I'm gonna try and stay away from them legs. Just managed to avoid that. I can change the mode for this so it fires more, to be fair. Maybe I should so it fires quicker. Keep moving. No, I got caught there. That's what was trying not to happen. The first time I've been caught. Yeah, it's the first time his legs have caught us, to be fair. Keep moving. More damage to the legs. Another leg down.
Nice one. That one seems to have done some damage.
Does definitely seem to have done some damage there. Probably should change this so it fires quicker, to be fair, but in the minute it's working well. Our ammunition. Let's go for our... I've got... okay, Bolo. Go to a normal shotgun now rather than the lightweight one. I'm too close to it, to be fair. I don't know how we avoided that. Other leg down. Other one there. So nearly down. There's a bit on the back we need to try and get to. Oh, I got hit. Come on.
Are you okay, Sam?
So nearly down. Gotta keep moving. Obviously, Lou is crying his eyes out, which isn't helping us. Just managed to avoid that. I need to get to the back of him. There's one bit on the back we need to be hitting. We're saying that the leg's got a marker on it, we can take it down. Shotgun from range isn't the best thing to be using, to be fair. It's so nearly down. Down. That wasn't a BT, it's a mech. That was summoned via the tar.
That was amazing, Sam. Great work. Now let's get this place on the Chiral Network.
Okay, that was hard, but we did it. That's the important thing. I don't quite know how we did it, but we did. We picked up an electrobite. Recharges Sam's battery when eaten. Let's eat one of those.
That was a real tongue stinger.
We probably need a drink. Definitely could do with a rest. You can see our stamina is slightly off there. Wow, what a fight. I'm guessing we need to head inside now, so we can connect them to the network. Oh, we really need to do Lou, don't we? Put that away. I can't remember how we see Lou now. We had this issue previously. I couldn't, for the life of me, figure out what we needed to press to soothe Lou. Data bank, Lou. Nothing on there to help us. Enemies. No. There is going to be something. I just need to know what button to press to get Lou to be, so we can actually deal with Lou. Because Lou is crying his eyes out currently. And that does affect us. Where is it? I just want to know what button it is. We had this last time. I just couldn't figure out for the life of me what button to press. Soothing Lou. Oh, it's there. I just saw it. Where did it get speared to? Soothing Lou. Hold L1. Okay, there we go. Down. Right. Because obviously, the BT attack was the problem. So we just need to get Lou so he's not upset. Because that affects our ability to see BTs. The more upset Lou is. Okay, his mood's improved. There we go. That's all we needed to do was just get him so he's a bit happier. Right, where are we heading now? I'm guessing we're heading over there. The shotgun. Is there anything worth picking up? Blood bags. I don't know how we are for blood, to be fair, but we'll grab it. I don't know how much we lost in the fight, that's the thing. I'm guessing we head in there and that will connect us to the network. That's our bike there as well, so that's already here. That's a nice evening fight, to be fair. Right, let's drive in then. I don't know if they're going to automatically allow us to add them to the grid, because obviously we haven't got an order for them, other than dealing with the tire outside. Let's go and find out. Originally, the mission wasn't to add them to know. The mission was to deal with the beta with the tar. But I still can't think of the guy's. Does anyone know the guy's name? We killed him in the first game, but he's back. There we go. Damage taken by Sam was 37%. I don't know what the aim was. To be fair, I'm happy with that. 37%, I think, wasn't too bad. It was a machine, it wasn't a BT, that's the important thing.
We need to assess the situation.
100% or less. Okay, so S rated, we just didn't need, as long as we weren't killed, that was the main thing. Hopefully it's enough for 1 star. It is indeed, we can add them to the network.
To rely on you in the future. This moment's been a long time coming. Please use your Cupid to connect us.
But then, yeah, we want to start looking at roads, especially from here back to the observatory. A road there would be ideal if we can. May need to spend some time just gathering supplies and just building that road. We'll see where we've got to go to next. There we go. New strand established. This is a big one, I think. This is the West Fort Knot. So a big one connected. Yeah, that is a big one to have done, I think. An important one. We've now gained a floating carrier. So this was something we had in the first game where you can have it trailing behind you. And you can add more gear on to carry. Admittedly, if we're using the trike a lot, we don't need it. It's a good idea when you haven't got a vehicle. But it does use chiral crystals while in use. We gained 20 more firmware.
Now displaying your current order grade.
And we've got up to grade 95 and still an expert mover at level 2.
Great. No issues establishing a chiral network connection. By the way, we've sent some folks out to recover the wreckage of that giant mech that attacked us earlier. Only prudent we.
What do you mean attack us? Attack
if we
me?
learn anything of value, we'll be sure to relay it to Drawbridge right away. Thanks again for coming to our rescue.
There we go.
Sam, this is the President.
President
Due
again.
to your tireless efforts, West Fort Knot is now part of the Chiral Network. A great achievement. I salute you. However, this expansion has done little to address the anomalous activity observed across the continent. Elsewhere, disruptions in the tar currents are growing ever more prevalent. Only by connecting all of Australia can we hope to resolve this situation. And by doing so, we will create the optimal conditions for a new plate gate to manifest as well.
If there works, are we heading out sort of a continent straight up in the same game, or I don't know?
Ensuring humanity overcomes extinction. The road ahead is still fraught with peril, but I have the utmost faith in your capabilities. For now, though, please take a well-deserved break.
I was going to go here, but okay, we've got to go back to the Magellan to have a break. Oh yeah, the Magellan travels by tar as well, doesn't it? I forgot that, to be fair. just have a quick look on the terminal while we're here. Okay, there's no missions to do here at all. I wondered if there would be, but no, nothing there to do. So we've got to head smack to the Magellan and have a rest, effectively. So that's what we'll do. Where are we? Ah, okay. I wonder why we was getting out of the bike. Fragile's waiting for us outside.
Was it really Higgs?
Higgs, that's his name. It was Higgs.
He called himself a ghost, but...
So we killed him in the first game.
Back from the beach just so he could kill us.
It's definitely his voice I heard. I didn't get a good look at his face, but yeah. He said he came back to get revenge on you and me. Screwing with our plans to link up Australia was just another way to do that.
They were all in red.
We were all in red, yeah.
Just like the ones at your place. That could have been him too.
You think that was Higgs?
Oh, she thinks Higgs could have killed Lou.
I'm not sure.
Because they were in red as well.
I only caught a glimpse. But they were all wearing red. This is all my fault. I had him at my mercy on Amelie's beach. If I'd only finished him off,
yeah.
none of this would have happened.
The thing is, you can't think like that. You couldn't go through it in the end.
No. You can't blame yourself. You know, something's been bugging me. Something he said. You don't know a goddamn thing about Lou.
That's an interesting thing he said, that, to be fair. You don't know about Lou.
He's absolutely right. I mean, the kid's whole life is a total mystery to me. So I gotta ask. Can you look into Lou's past? Find out what you can? Charlie, you, the ship's crew, you all have connections within the UCA, right? And at least one of you has to have access to the UCA archives that were recovered by the Chiral Network.
All right, Sam. Let's see what we can find on Lou.
He's got a point. Higgs saying that is quite an interesting point. Why say that? There's no need to say you don't know anything about Lou. So there's definitely something more to Lou's story we haven't been told yet. I think she's trying to remember who killed Lou. All she knows is they were dressed in red, which is Higgs and his band. Oh, that was...
Really, Sam? There's such a thing as too tight. That must have been quite the nightmare.
They squashed Dollman there.
My legs.
That was one hell of a nightmare then, wasn't it?
Sam, this is Dollman. Feeling refreshed, I hope? Thanks to all your hard graft, the DHV Magellan can get around a lot more freely now. More specifically, we can travel between any two facilities that are connected to the Chiral Network by way of the tar currents. Naturally, this includes Mexico as well.
Oh, so we can head back to Mexico now.
Curious about how the folks in the places you visited are getting on. You can catch up on any recent developments by accessing the Corpus via your ring terminal. And to have the Magellan travel to a given facility, simply open the map with your ring terminal and chart a course to your destination.
Ah, so we can now use the Magellan to travel. And we can go back to Mexico, we can go different places. Standard orders in Mexico. Sam, I heard you're able to take on standard orders now. I've actually been looking for someone who might be able to help out with a few. They're starting to pile up. If you ever need to come out this way, again, it'd be great if you could pitch in. And that's the C1 Self Distribution Center from Mexico. Oh, and if you look under the people section of the Corpus, you'll find info on everyone you've crossed paths with. There's a lot to gain by staying informed, so be sure to check it out from time to time. If someone's profile happens to catch your eye, maybe you could take on some orders from their facility. Check on the orders in the ring terminal, see what work they have available. Maybe have a chance to drop by this side of the plate gate another time. Think about what I said. So he thinks we should head to his side of the plate gate. Local porters, deliveries are back underway. If you haven't been able to make any deliveries for a while because of BTs and brigands, sorry about that. But the porter who came through the plate gate and made all the way to the F1 has brought Australia onto the Chiral Network. So if finally able to resume deliveries, feel free to send in your orders. We really owe everything to that porter. Totally. Now we need to do our bit too. I hope we get a chance to thank him in person. So we should now meet local porters out and about, essentially now. Let's have a quick shower, and then we'll speak to Dollman, see what he's got to say. He normally has some interesting comments to make, and then we've got to decide where we're going next. It might be we head back to Mexico and do some missions there. One thing we didn't do in Mexico was any roads. So we quite handy to get some roads there as well. And we need to get as many places up to 5 stars possible, because that's the best way of getting better gear to use. You need places to 5 stars. Right, let's speak to Dollman.
So, the files say you worked with Amelie to connect everyone in the UCA to the Chiral Network. But that despite your best efforts, an extinction event known as the Last Stranding seemed destined to kill us all. Until Amelie found a way to put a stop to it. She single-handedly sealed off the extinction entity's beach, preventing countless BTs from invading our world, and in doing so, saved humanity. But why am I telling you this? You were there to witness it all with your own 2 eyes. And you, of all people, must know that humanity can never truly escape extinction. The ultimate goal of Drawbridge's mission is to overcome the Death Stranding. If we succeed, we will be fulfilling Amelie's dying wish. At least that's how I see it.
We've got a point, to be fair.
Sam, is that Horizon Dreamer I spy in your music collection? That's one of Daiichi Miura's best songs. I'd love to hear it again, to listen and remember my family.
So Daiichi, Daiichi something other, wasn't it? Where's the music? We'll put the music player on. It's not normally my thing, but Dollman's asked for it, so let's have a look. There may be a trophy involved for playing it. Giving orders to the DHV Magellan, hold X while viewing them at the chart course. So we can now, like I say, travel to and fro different places. We just want to play one song just for Dollman. It's Ducci, he said. You can create for up to 3 playlists. I don't want playlists. All I remember was what he said was Ducci. Yeah, that one there. Play. There we go, look. The stream's already copyrighted because of music anyway, I'm not worried about that. But Dollman asked for this song.
Do you have a moment, Sam?
There we go. Just a quick one. What does Dollman want now? Play his music for him though, at least. Oh no, wow. I think this is because you played the music. You can change the lighting. That's quite cool. I'll have to let it finish now, but that is really cool. I don't do music generally. I think that's really cool. That's something added in that, you know, unless you actually play the song that Dollman asked for, I don't know if it happens with other songs. But I can imagine quite a lot of people missing this. One of those weird things I've added in that, you know, not everybody's going to see. I'm assuming it will finish in a second. There we go. Trophy achieved, a private show. I didn't know there'd be a trophy. I kind of guessed there might be. That was quite cool though. As I say, something not everyone will experience because unless you play the music you asked for specifically. Right, let's turn that music off now. I don't do music personally, so for me, I've got no reason to have it on. I always leave music on in-game because I think it adds so much more to the atmosphere that I think music should be on. Hence why every stream at the minute is copyrighted.
After a hard day's labor, am I right, Sam? You know,
we'll go through everything that Dollman has to say. I think it's worth it every time to see what else information gives us.
Responsible for those tragic events. If Higgs was indeed behind the attack, then I can understand why she feels that way. Why she blames herself for setting everything in motion.
It's not all her fault.
She's resolved not to let any of it show. To bottle it up and put on a brave face. She didn't used to smoke before, did she? I suspect it's a form of self-punishment she's adopted. Vengeance gives rise to a cycle of violence, and Higgs wouldn't have it any other way. But she's committed to helping you complete this journey, together with Lou, to get you back on your feet. And if she believes she has to bury her emotions and play the part of a hard-nosed commander to do that, she will. That's what I think, anyway. I'm sure you can understand.
We can understand her position. It's hard.
That masked man, that was Higgs, wasn't it? I had no idea he commanded such terrible powers. To summon a giant mech single-handedly.
That's the thing. How much more power has he got now than he didn't have before?
Too. Well, you don't have to face him alone, Sam. You have me for backup.
I think we did quite well against the mech, to be fair, but
Sam,
I don't want to keep racing constantly.
Virtually all forms of change, which begs the question of how they managed to get their hands on
that. We still need to work out who gave them the disruptor device, because there's no way they did it on their own.
Come to think of it, apparently you can create your own custom playlist for the music player.
We may be able to, but we're not doing it.
Have any recommendations? I'm all ears, Sam.
No, you're all good.
Sam, when the first APAC expedition came to Australia, the brigands saw them as invaders and rejected their overtures. They were unwilling to embrace the change that the Chiral Network could bring to their world. While their motives differ, I'm reminded of the Luddite movement and their violent opposition to new technologies. Brigands seem committed to not killing their enemies, at least. If only they had channeled their energies into a constructive dialogue with us. I don't really
there we go.
Anything else.
Dollman is done. Okay. We'll sleep till the morning, and then we'll eat, drink, and head out. We obviously, now we can use the Magellan. We can go back to Mexico if we wanted to. We've got to really decide where we want to go next. I wonder if you can get orders from Australia to Mexico. That would be an interesting one. Okay, we will eat first. And drink. Oh, and there's the electrical thing to eat, kryptonite to eat as well. Restores our battery power. That gives us a bonus to stamina, which is why we always have a drink while we're in here. It helps recharge our battery. Let's check on Lou quickly. Obviously, after what he said, it's interesting that we don't know enough about him.
That's right, just sleep.
I'm assuming he's happy. I don't know. I wondered if we'd get any more information via doing that, to be fair. Right. Let's head out. The only other thing, actually, backpack. Have we got any more things we can add to the back? Obviously, we put stuff on grenade pouches and stuff. I don't think we can really fit anything else on the back, can we now? Right. Electrical shock absorber, no. I think we leave the backpack as is now. I think it's kind of everything we use is kind of there. Right, quick wash of the face before we leave. And then we'll head to the surface and see where we're heading next. Like I say, I don't know if we're going to go back to Mexico first. I know there's obviously stuff we can get more stars over there, which will give us upgrades. Right, let's head out and see what's next. As I say, I don't know. I don't really know where we're heading next, to be fair. Another memory from Lou.
If you refuse, there will be severe repercussions. But what makes you think you have a choice?
I'm hoping Dollman can put some of these visions together, to be fair, for us. That would be handy if he can.
Sam, it's Charlie.
Okay, hang on.
Another request is ready for you. You'll find it listed as a main order on the DHV Magellan's delivery terminal.
Okay, we've got a main delivery for us.
So
Charlie?
Sam, Fragile is currently looking into Lou. Meanwhile, Tarman is conducting a separate investigation into the giant mech that attacked you earlier. For now, we would like you to focus on extending the network. That is a task only you can handle. As the network grows in size, we will have much more information at our disposal to further our efforts. That said, you won't be able to proceed until the situation at Westport Knot has been resolved.
Okay.
It appears that they're in dire need of additional supplies, to the point that they don't even have enough to prepare cargo for your
Oh wow,
next
okay.
expedition.
That's not good.
This next order is intended to alleviate the situation. You're to restore the mine north of F1 and its monorail station to working order and link up Westport Knot. After which, you'll deliver a large quantity of excavated materials from the mine to the settlement by rail. As this is a somewhat complicated order, I'll brief you on the details as you review the map. Anyway, I'd appreciate it if you could make this main order your top priority.
So get the mine up and running, and then get the materials back to Westport Knot. Let's have a look. So we've got to restore the monorail and deliver. Oh, wow, special allies. Okay. That's a lot of materials. $4,800 special alloys need delivering. That's a lot of. That's a lot. We won't be picking anything else up on the way, to be fair. But it doesn't look the most hospitable to actually travel across, does it? Okay. It's going to be an interesting mission, I'm sure.
Alright, Sam. You'll need to work through several steps to complete this order. To begin with, collect the cache of materials waiting for you on the DHV Magellan. Take these to the mine north of F1. The location has been marked for you on your map. And when you arrive there, submit the materials using the terminal on site. This will allow you to restore the facility to working order. Next, access the terminal again to commence mining operations.
Okay.
If all goes well, a large quantity of materials should be extracted. You'll then need to deliver those materials to Westport Knot. Consider making use of the monorail located at the mine.
The monorail will be interesting if we can get that up and running.
Upon your arrival at F1, use the delivery terminal to submit all the materials for processing and to finally complete the order. That's all there is to it. So begin plotting your route to the mine north of F1.
Right, we're heading to the mine then. So to be fair, it doesn't look too bad until we get over this way. Supposedly porters have been attacked by groups of chiral creatures in this vicinity. Interesting. What deep river there? I think we're going to probably go this way and go round. I don't see the reason why we need to pass through any of that, to be fair. So I'll plot a route and try and use it to a degree. What I tend to do is plot a route and then ignore it, I've noticed. We head to there, cross to the generator there, we can get a bit of a charge, and then head over this way. We'll have a look around what's there as well, and then head this way. We'll probably try and use the bike as much as we can. Yeah, we'll try and use the bike as much as we can. Obviously, if we have to leave it, we'll leave it. But judging by how many supplies we need to take, the bike is going to be handy for this.
On this occasion, you'll be delivering some heavy materials. You can use a tri-cruiser to transport them. Alternatively, floating carriers can now be fabricated. These carriers are ideal for taking heavy cargo across terrain ill-suited to vehicles. If that sounds good to you, try
ill-suited to vehicles. So we'll take the bike as far as we can.
And when you're not using the carrier for cargo, you can hop aboard.
and kick the ground and use it as a
makes escape pod.
Just remember that floating carriers require chiral crystals to function, so keep a supply on hand.
So my thinking is we put these on the trike to start, go as far as we can, and go from there. Vehicle management. Can we? Is the trike the only thing we can make still? It is. I know outside of here, there's some big trucks, so I have seen them outside. But my thinking is all of these go on. Oh, we've got to place. We can't load on a tri-cruiser. Why can't we place them on a tri? Might be too many of them, actually. Let's undo that. Okay, so we can load that onto the tri-cruiser. And that. And then that can't. Bear with me a second, I've got someone at the door. There we go. It's all happening today. Phone calls, deliveries, it's all happening. And all I want to do is carry on streaming. Right. So resins can't go on the trike. So we're going to have to carry those ourselves. And that's big. Okay. We need to fabricate... I think we're going to need to get rid of all our guns, aren't we? No, actually, we rested, so actually they should all be back to normal. Let's do cargo management. That we can get rid of. We'll recycle that. Doesn't give us a massive amount, but it's something. The ladder is damaged. They're both really badly damaged. So let's do that one and that one. We're going to recycle those. Sniper is reloaded now. How many climbing anchors have I got? 2. I don't need 2 climbing anchors, do I? Shotgun. It's reloaded. That shotgun's reloaded. Grenade pistol we didn't use. Brigand's boots. Blood grenades, smoke grenades, blood bags. 1 there is no good. Or you need to use, so we'll get rid of that. Our boots are good, they're only 23%. Skeleton's good. Okay, so all the things I've done V, we'll recycle those. We have an extra blood bag over here. There we go. We need to make 2 ladders. We've got blood grenades, we don't need those. We need 2 ladders to replace the ones we just got rid of, and the floating carrier. Because they're damaged, it made more sense to get rid of them, to be fair. So 2 of those. Floating carrier. We've got a sniper rifle on this, grenade pistol, and blood grenades, lightweight shotgun. Oh, we haven't got an assault rifle. I think we should get rid of that shotgun we've got on us. We'll leave that in storage. Because I think an assault rifle is the better option, to be fair. Fabricate. Okay. Backpack. Backpack. Yeah. I think we go as far on the trike as possible. And then when we have to be off the trike, floating carrier is what we'll use. And the assault rifle. What's on the account of the shotguns? I'm going to leave that shotgun anyway. Right, management. So we'll keep the lightweight shotgun. This one was no point in taking. Place in private locker. I'd rather have the lightweight one as I think it'll work better. That's a ladder, isn't it? Right shoulder, there we go. Floating carrier, can that fit on? Okay, can't. I was going to put it on the tri-cruiser, we can't do that. I think that's kind of it, to be fair, although I wonder if we swap that with the ladder. Can't put it on us, can we? Hang on. Ladder. Backpack. Oh, it's medium, so it can't be placed. Only small can be placed on us, can't it? Anything above small can't be placed on your person. I shall go back to that. There we go. I think we're ready to go. APAS, we've got 70 enhancements we can use. What can we add? We've got a motion scanner is what we're saving for. That one there. Increase the time for which the results of the ODX motion scanner are displayed. There we go. I'm going to cancel. We've got our route done. Let's head out. So 2 parts of the order are on our vehicle, but again we've got the floating carrier when we can no longer go anywhere. I don't know if it's worth swapping to one of the bigger vehicles. They're all parked up everywhere. I don't know if a bigger vehicle would be better, to be fair. I'm assuming we can get in one. Let's find out.
Sam, that vehicle appears to be locked up.
No, they're locked. They're locked.
You won't be able to take it for a drive.
There we go. I thought we'd at least check, but no, them vehicles seem to be locked. Okay, so we want to come out of here and head that way. As I say, there'll be a point we can't progress anymore on the bike, I'm guessing.
Sam, there's another porter here. Since you brought this site onto the Chiral Network, perhaps they thought they could make use of the additional data to make a safe run.
Oh look, porters.
Say hello?
Let's quickly go and say hello to him.
Thanks for the help.
There we go. We gave them a lot. They're going to give us. They want to give us a gift. I don't really need I don't need the chemicals, to be fair. You're all good. And the resins. No, you keep them. There we go. So they will give us gifts if we want them to. But I'd rather they carry on their journey. Right, we head straight out here. But it's quite nice to see other porters walking around as well now. There is a paver there as well, to be fair. Right, so we want to be going this way. We're going to that generator there as our plan. We'll check on the paver as well while we're here. I'm curious to see what it needs. Is that no, it's not. It's a monorail, isn't it? That's the monorail. I think that's fully done. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's been repaired already. It looks like it's an automatic thing, so no one's put anything on it. So that's the monorail we're hopefully going to use to get back. That's the hope anyway. We've got another message on the SS. So from West Fort Knott, Olivia Westbury, that giant octopus was weird. I recovered the wreckage of the mech that Higgs summoned and I shared the data with Drawbridge. It's really weird. It's like it's not a machine at all. The tech it's using is totally new to me. What the hell is it? Looks like it got tar inside. Is that what powers it? How is it controlled? So many mysteries. It's open. Combined efforts can unravel them. I always try and like everything we can. We can make deliveries thanks to you. Thanks, Sam. The Chiral Network you set up has been a massive help in finding safe delivery routes. Also using the paths you carved out and structures you've built. You never know how grateful we are. That's the thing. We do need to, at some point, we've got to kind of take some time away from the story and go and build some roads. Head back to Mexico, have a look over there as well. And all that good stuff. That's something we need to look at some point. It'll just be a case of heading back. Especially to Mexico. The fact we can go back is interesting. Where am I? Especially if you need to get places to 5 stars to get the best stuff to use. That's the thing. If you want the best gear, you need to get these places to 5 stars. Right, this was our point we wanted to get to because this enabled us to charge the bike. So now we're heading this way, and then we're going to try and cross the river. We might be able to go on the bike, we might not. There's 2 river crossings to do, to be fair, before we get to the mine. Someone said that's a shallow beach, but I don't think it's worth the risk crossing it, but we shall see. Right, bike is overcharged, we're ready to rumble. Again, if we have to leave the bike, we'll go use the carrier, we'll do that. That's a road paver over there, I think. Looking at that. That's one of the things we need to do in Mexico, is go back and do the roads and things. Right, that's where bugs and stuff appear. We're going to the warning. Gatequake detected. Stand still for a second. That was a big gatequake, wasn't it?
Intensity, G-scale, 6.
Wait, is that a paver there? It is, also paver. Okay, so there is someone who's built a bridge. I didn't even think I'd build a bridge. Someone's built a bridge over the first river. There's me thinking we're not going to be able to get over, but actually, someone has built a bridge. It does kind of make our life a little bit too easy, doesn't it? Using other people's stuff, but that is also part of the game. It's the one thing I'm kind of uncertain about is using other people's stuff, because of how easy it can make the game. Although saying that, there's nothing across here. Now we obviously will need materials if we want to build a bridge, and we don't have the materials on us. Bridge there. Obviously a charger there. I don't know what materials we need for building a bridge. That's the thing. I think we can just drive across, to be fair. It's not. We'll drain battery from the bike, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah, there we go. Ideally, we need to build a bridge. Once we've got the materials, I think a bridge would be ideal. When did we move too far away? Oh, look. Although, I've got a feeling if we go and get all them chiral crystals, that something's going to come out of that tar. Right, let's get a delivery done. That's why we're here. I think we'll go and have a look at the chiral crystals afterwards, to be fair. Okay. I don't know if I need to take them off the trike or not. We'll have them find out in a second, I'm sure. Okay, restore mining facility. We've got the resins and we've got the special alloys as well. Yep. Raise the mine back up and running. Okay, that's one part of the mission done.
I've never seen a working monorail before. Think of all the stuff it could carry. All right then, why don't we extract some materials?
Okay. So we need to mine here. And you get 4,000 special alloys by mining.
Please submit materials.
2,000 chiral crystals to mine. We've got to do it, admittedly. We're going to lose a lot of our chiral crystals, but that's the whole point of doing this mission. Look at that. Okay, that's that part done. Load the monorail with special alloys.
Load the extracted materials onto the monorail for transport. Let's begin by accessing that delivery terminal.
I was going to say, first of all, find out where the monorail entrance is. Use monorail. Load the monorail cargo and vehicles or get on board yourself. The monorail can be also dispatched in this terminal. Okay. So use a monorail. Yeah. Select destination. There we go. Load cargo. There we go. Is that all loaded on? Yeah, it's in a container. Should we get on it as well? To be fair, our bike's on it. We're going to get on as well. And that's dispatch. So we're going to ride the monorail back to Fort Knott, West Fort Knott as well. There we go. How cool is that? Lou's happy as well. Lou's enjoying riding the monorail. That is cool. We can switch camera. Oh, look at that. To be fair, I think that was the best one. You can also jump down if you wanted to as well. So I'm not suggesting. So that is cool. Although we didn't add them to the network, did we? We got it back up and running, but I don't think it's connected to the network or anything. So that's something new we can utilise, especially if we're heading over that way. That is very cool. So we should be able to deliver the mission now. Yep. That's all the equipment. There's no way we'd have carried that any other way without the monorail, to be fair. But that was very cool.
Did you actually manage to restore the monorail? Awesome.
It's only got 2 destinations so far.
You'll be able to transport materials from the mines. Right. Sorry. Let's take a look at these materials you brought.
There we go. It was never going to be anything less than S, to be fair.
I think it's safe to say we'll have nothing to worry about for a while.
But we are now short on chiral crystals. It costs 2,000 to get it up and running. We can now make a pickup off-roader. Highly customizable, battery operated, can carry large amounts of cargo. Battery will drain very quickly when pickup roader is in water. So we can now build that instead of the bike. We've got to try one out. Is that enough for the 2nd star? It is indeed.
We've made some great strides in our
Battery unit, so an upgrade to the battery.
If it's alright, we'd like you to have this.
Okay, so we can increase the batteries for all the vehicles we currently know about. There's only 2 to be fair. 15 more firmware and 400 more bandwidth.
Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing
and more materials.
The materials you can withdraw.
Well, surprisingly how many chiral crystals it cost me, to be fair. What do we gain? Oh, we hit it. We hit 100. I'm going to put some bonuses too. So we're now grade 107, Master Transporter, with the nickname Transporter. We've got another enhancement. Increase the number of objects that are shared on players' worlds. I'm not worried about that. Reduce the time standard orders spent on standby. Nicely done.
Oh, here's a little something extra as thanks.
What's she giving
I got
us?
them just for you. Figured they'd suit your style. They sure weren't easy to come by. A real collector's item, I hear.
What's she giving us? Oh, some sunglasses. Local residents have shared the following items. Pinot 01. Sunglasses released as part of the Gentle Monster 2024 collection, notable for their balanced structure, square shape and simple black frame. Temples are adorned with iconic metal detailing, fitted with special lenses that block direct and reflect sunlight.
We really appreciate your help. At the risk of stating the obvious, it's going to take an awful lot of resources.
It is going to take a lot of resources.
Roads and monorails to working order. But at least with this monorail operational, you can bring us large shipments of materials with relatively minimal effort. That's going to go a long way towards getting other sections up and running again. We can fabricate pickup off-roaders now, by the way. I'm pretty fond of them myself.
Obviously, we're going to have to try one out for a little while. Right, let's learn about the pickup off-roader.
It's a large four-wheel drive vehicle, boasts significant cargo carrying capacity for the hard-working porter. The driver's seat is in an elevated position and exposed by design. This allows the driver to survey their surroundings more easily and engage enemies with small arms if necessary. You can customize it quite a bit too, attach all kinds of different parts.
That's quite cool that you can customize it.
That said, a lot of parts are still in development, but you'll receive their
We need to get this up to 5 stars to get all the different parts, I'm guessing.
This vehicle have already been shared with everyone on the Chiral Network, which means that we can look forward to other people drafting even more new parts.
Are there other monorails?
Sure. The Monorail network was extensive and once stretched across a good chunk of Australia's coastline. But repeated exposure to timefall has seen it degrade significantly. And with the constant threat of BTs and armed groups, it's not been possible to repair the damage. If you happen to come across a track layer, be sure to feed
Yeah,
in
that's the kind of thing we need to be doing a bit more of,
Even
really.
a small contribution will make a difference. Anyway, just something to think about.
Right.
We're so grateful
Job done.
for the assistance, Sam. You've been a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day.
You managed to save the day, Sam. The people here now have more than enough supplies for their needs. They should be able to prepare cargo for the next delivery too. But first, I have some information to share with you about Lou.
Ah, Fragile's found something.
To the DHV Magellan so we can talk.
Fragile has found something.
Order completed. Well done.
Right, back to the Magellan then. Fragile has found out something. We didn't know what it is.
Please take measures to withstand the heat.
So yeah, we'll go and see what this information about Lou is, and then we'll decide where we're going to head next. As I say, to get some more monorails up and running probably would be a good thing as well. The SSS. Let's have a quick look at what this is. The monorail's back in business. My dreams come true. We can use the monorail to transport huge quantities, cargo and materials, even vehicles. It's just the first step though. If we keep restoring the continent's transport network, people and goods will soon be zipping around again, just like they used to. To restore the monorail track, just contribute the necessary materials to the track layers. Find is attached to the monorail pillars. Once you restore the section of track, you can use it as a zip line to zoom from one track layer to another. That's quite cool. Zipping around is a good way to transport the materials to track layers down the line. Also a good way of getting around when you're making regular deliveries too, so be sure to try it out. The monorail can be used to transport raw materials from the mine, right? That's going to make restoring the road a whole lot easier. Nice, it's almost like the Stranding never happened. That port is giving the continent a new lease on life. Well done. There we go. Right, what does Fragile know is the question. Or what does she learn about Lou? To be fair, before we head inside, let's give it a quick save while we're here. There we go. 12 hours and 57 minutes in so far. Doesn't seem like very much so far, does it? Right. What has Fragile got for us?
Hey, Sam. How's it going? I have updates for you, if you have time.
I take it you've learned more about Lou?
We followed up on the message Deadman left for you at the lab. About how there was another BB-28, not Lou, who, according to the records, was decommissioned 4 years ago. The first time you and Lou met was about 2 years ago now, when you were entrusted with the BB previously issued to Bridges Corp's disposal. And together, the two of you made it all the way across North America.
We did. There's a track and a half.
Deadman and everyone else at Bridges, they all called Lou BB-28.
Right. Because that was Lou's serial number. You see, we found the records for the BB storage facility. By cross-referencing the data, we confirmed that after BB-28 was decommissioned 4 years ago, Lou was assigned the same designation and placed into storage.
Lou came after the original one then.
What you're telling me is that instead of getting a new serial number, Lou inherited an old one?
Well, why?
As for Lou's mother, following the C-section, it seems she passed away. And that, pretty much, is the extent of our recent discoveries. Without a still mother to provide support, it makes sense that Lou was kept in reserve. But we still have no idea who approved the serial number reassignment. Much less why they did.
No, that's the interesting part. Why to give him an old number?
No, maybe this is what he was talking about.
I think it could be.
Because he could have just had a brand new serial number, but they didn't.
Know everything about
Someone gave an old one.
And
that's what we need to find out.
Chasing after the past is what Higgs wants you to do.
Does that mean we're playing in the Higgs' hands, though? That's the question.
I need to know where Lou came from. I have to know.
If you're sure, Sam, I'll keep digging. In the meantime, you should get plenty of rest before your next mission.
So what she's found out so far is Lou was given an old number rather than a new serial number for some reason. The mother passed away after the C-section of giving birth. So we didn't really learn too much more. But the only question is, why is Higgs wanting us to learn more about Lou? What's in it for him? This has got to have an angle, surely.
Sam, it's Charlie. A new order is now ready for you. I'd also like to brief you on your next destination. And I believe that Fragile wants to have a word as well.
Okay, we got an order and Fragile wants a word.
Sam, it seems Tarman decided to leave a few books for you. Right there by your bed. Reading is a wonderful way to take your mind off things. Trust me.
Okay. It's not morning yet. Let's have a quick shower while we're here. Every time we rest, we try and shower. And then we'll sleep till morning. There's no point going out in the evening. We'll speak to Dollman first as well, just in case anything he can tell us. One thing we need to try and do is get a lot more chiral crystals again. We've lost our supply because we've used to get the mine up and running. And that we had 2,000 and something. 2,000 is what it cost. There we go, got another 40 there. What I would do, we're going to speak to Dollman until he's got nothing left to say.
Looking clean
And
as
then
a
we
whistle.
will go to sleep till the morning.
There are organisms in this area that I don't believe I've ever laid eyes on before. My understanding is that they're called chiral creatures, and they come in all shapes and sizes.
We've had a bump. We bumped into a couple
They will
previously.
drain your batteries if you come into contact with them. There may be other deleterious effects for all we know. And really, you shouldn't be bothering them anyway. There's nothing to be gained from it. It's not like they drop coins when defeated. I don't really have anything else to say right now.
Okay, that's him all sorted. So let's sleep until the morning. There's no point heading out at night. We'll probably might as well get some proper rest. Eat and drink, and then we'll head out. Fragile wants a word, as well as there's a next mission essentially. I suppose at some point we're going to decide if we're going to head back to Mexico. Maybe it's worth doing it for a little bit and doing some missions there. I'm not too sure. We're going to gain one of these new off-roaders now, though. We'll swap the trike out for the new off-roader and give that a go. Okay, we're all good to go. Let's head to the surface, to be fair. I think that's everything. The Fragile wants a word as well. I don't know if we need to see her first, to be fair.
The extraction was successful. It was transferred to a sterilized pod and sent to a separate facility.
Ready to proceed with corpse disposal? 1.
Dollman didn't say too much after that one, did he? Okay, so where is Fragile first? I don't have a problem. I want to speak to Fragile, I think. So nothing there. It's interesting. Why can't I speak to Fragile? Was the main mission to pick up from here? That's where Fragile is. It said there is some aid request to build a bridge there. There's brigands blocking delivery there. Okay. Nothing new there. I don't know where I speak to. I thought Fragile would speak to us here, obviously in the Magellan, but she's not here. Although we can't just speak to her. So let's head back in. Let's head inside over there. Find out what the mission is. Build one of these vehicles for ourselves, the off-roaders, and go from there. Yeah, I'm not too sure what Fragile wants. Okay. What are we doing next?
Sam, your next destination is the Northern Environmental Observatory. Like its western counterpart, this observatory is a critical facility that will help us to monitor the changes taking place in the Australian environment. To bring it online, you'll have to navigate the canyon to the northeast of your current position. But before that, you'll need to link up another site en route.
Here's Fragile.
The next site we want you to link up is called Rainbow Valley. A friend of Drawbridge is waiting for you there. Once the network connection has been established, they'll be joining us on the DHV Magellan. I recruited them myself when we first met in the UCA. You can pick up the order from the delivery terminal. I'm looking forward to seeing you both. Thanks again, Sam.
Okay, we're going to new recruit then, by the looks of things. We've got 3 orders available. Wow, okay. Again, we don't have to do the main order. We can go and do other things. Main order is delivered to there. Terraforming equipment. It's quite a big order, that one as well. Look at that. It's massive. Recover mysterious cargo from near the plate gate. And then bring it back to the Western Observatory by the looks of it. And deliver. That's to the musician. Trying to work out what is more important to do first. In fact, you can see some of the roads have been built down there as well. The blue on the map is showing the road being built. I suppose we carry on there. Well, that's actually quite close to the musician is very close to where this is. So could we do both? And do the musician, sorry. Because it is very close to where we're heading. For the main mission. Might be worth trying to do both, I think. This is the main one first. Let's have a look at this. So there's that's BT territory there, according to that. But yeah, my thinking is maybe musician first, and then from musician, head down there to there. Although saying, yeah, there's a route down there, by the looks of it. We've not come round. I think that might be a good plan, to be fair. At least then we get 2 jobs done at once. Wow, it's a lot of terraforming equipment. So we need a big vehicle for this. I think this is the whole point though, isn't it? So fabricate. We want an off-roader. Store in the garage. Customization. Fabricate. So we can have a new battery. We might as well put that on. There we go. It's got a battery on it. I will try. We might as well change the colour to what we had for the other one. There we go. And then take from garage, because now I think we can put all these on there. Yeah, load onto there. In fact, they can all go on there. There we go. Enhancements. What do we got? 25. We'll hold off there then. Let's head out because we're going to take the second mission as well.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll take the musician order at the same time. Ignore that one. That's what I want. So from here, up there seems to be the easy way. I don't really use that one to sort out where we're heading, to be fair. Off-roader. What do we need? Have we got everything we need? Floating carrier, bolo gun, anchor, 2 ladders. I think we have, really, haven't we? Grenade pistol, boots. Our blood bags, everything's full, isn't it? We haven't really used anything. 23% should be fine. I don't think we need anything. Yeah. Job done.
Order accepted.
I don't normally look at the route until we're actually on our way, really, to be fair, most of the time. So let's say we're going to try and do 2 missions at once here. We're going to try and do musician first, which means might as well head out the way we came here, because there is actually a pathway essentially that leads up. We get to here kind of thing, we can follow the path up. There is this one here that actually isn't a bad yeah, to be fair, let's use that one to get up. It's a little bit closer. So we are currently here. So we'll head just across from there, and then from there we're going to head to there, and then from there we'll follow that all the way up. And then from there we should take us to the musician. That's the general route. We may veer off it, it may change course some of it, but yeah, I think from there getting to there won't be too bad. That's my thinking. And we want to have a look at these pavers on the way. We haven't got many materials on us. I don't think we've got any materials on us. So we do need to look at these pavers and see if there's anything we can do with them. Or at least keep, make a note of how many we need materials wise to go up and running with the pavers and the monorail. We don't really carry any materials on us, that's the thing. Right, we need to head to the right here. Obviously timefall isn't good for us, but luckily all our cargo's in here, so at least we're not going to be affected by the timefall. There we go, up and over. Yeah, at least if it was on the trike, all our stuff would still be affected by the timefall, where this isn't. At least. So there's an auto paver here, I don't know what it needs. A ceramics here, hang on. I can't pick them up unless okay, I can't pick them up while in here. So on the trike, we could actually pick things up as we went.
Okay.
This you can't. See what this needs though. Metals, 360 ceramics, metals, and chiral crystals. We could actually grab them ceramics and put that in now. and we can give it the chiral crystals as well. Where are them ceramics? There. Yeah, we can hand them in at least. I know we're low on chiral crystals as well, but we'll just hand these in. It wants 60 chiral crystals. There we go. And the ceramics. So we just need 150 metals for that road to be up and running again. I'm just checking there's no metals around that we can quickly grab. It doesn't need many, that's the thing. No, it doesn't look like it. Well, we've done a little bit towards it. Other than heading back and grabbing the materials, which you probably could do, and that'll get the road done. So definitely nothing up there. These are all supply requests, aren't they? I don't know why so many people want weapons. That doesn't make any sense to me, to be fair. There's actually... Okay, there's something to pick up over here. That goes going back to West Fort Knot. Let's pick that up, head back, grab the metals we need. And then that road will be done. I know it's kind of changing our plan a little bit and we're going a bit of back and forth, but if we want to get these things done, we kind of do need to go back and forth a bit. So we're going to quickly head back to West Fort Knot. We're going to grab the metals that we need for here. In fact, let's double check how many we need.
Okay.
And in the order we've just picked up as well. So we need 150 metals. Nice and simple. And I think that's the thing though with this. If you want to do the upgrading of other things, you've got to go back and forth a bit to actually do it all. There's also another thing to pick up just here. As we're heading straight there now, we might as well pick it up. Again, these all contribute to upgrading their star levels. So we've got to keep picking these things up as we see them. So we need 150 metals, that's all we need to come back with. I want to jump. Jumped a bit there. It won't jump while it's in the water. We got across this perfectly fine earlier. There we go. Loads of stuff still there, isn't it? What is all this stuff? Oh, rifle, machine pistol, blood bag. That's all still there from the fight, isn't it, essentially? Right, we're going to deliver the 2 deliveries we've picked up, then grab the metal and go back, get that road done, and then carry on to where we're heading, which is the musician. That is the plan. So, 2 orders to hand in, first and foremost. The smart drugs and the facility repair materials. I don't know if that will get us another star or not. I can't remember how close we were, to be fair.
Thanks so much for stopping by. Give me a moment while I check the orders. Found some of our missing stuff, did you?
We did.
I thought this was gone for good.
There we go, we got the 3rd star. Just about.
It feels as though we're always leaning on you for support.
Ah, so the upgrade to the carrier.
To return the favor with this data.
So this is a level 2 carrier. Currently we've only got level 1. And it can carry more material, more cargo, up to 900 kilograms compared to level 1. So it's definitely a lot better. 15 more firmware and 400 bandwidth as well.
Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of materials you can withdraw.
Perfect.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
There we go. Grade 108, Master Transporter.
We've increased the carrying capacity of your floating carriers. Needless to say,
So we need to change ours. We haven't even used ours yet. We need to swap it out.
Now, they still require a steady supply of chiral crystals to function, same as before, so don't forget to stock up beforehand. Hope this helps with your future
Might actually take
deliveries.
some from the facility.
Order completed. Well done.
Okay. So what we want to do is fabricate the floating transporter level 2. There we go. Place there. And then we'll recycle the level 1 carrier. There we go. We still have 160 ceramics on us. To be fair, we'll keep them on us for the minute. We might be able to hand them in somewhere. You never know. We might find something else, another road paver we can use them on the way. Clay materials. Okay. Chiral crystals. How many of these can we... How many of these have... It has 2,000 in store. Because if we need to use the carrier, my thinking is we need chiral crystals. So we'll just take a rough amount. There we go. And metal, we needed 150, it said, didn't it? So let's take... why is it saying 1 times 100 already? That's telling us we've already got 1 load of... Oh no, they're ceramics. I'm on the wrong one. No, removal. Chiral crystals. I was looking at the wrong thing. That'll do. And then metals are here. So it's 150 we needed for the road. There we go. Place on us because we need to hand them in. And I think that's it. There we go. That's us collecting some chiral crystals. Because we spent 2,000 getting the mine up and running, we need to make sure we've got some more, and especially if we have to use the carrier, it'll drain our materials. Repair vehicle. I don't think I need to repair it, to be fair. So we're going to go back to that road paver and get that road done, and then musician, and then the main mission. Is the plan. But yeah, I think if you want to get all the extra stuff done, you do need a bit of back and forth. That's the big thing. Which obviously slows you down. But I don't want to just do just the main story. There's so much other stuff. Plus, if you want upgrades, you need to get these other things done anyway. So we'll do what we can when we can, that's the main thing. And we're going to try to get some more monorail done, because at least that way we can ride more monorail ourselves. Okay, let's little jump over. Okay, the paver's just there, that's where we're going to head to, and we're going to hand in our... Oh, there's metals there, look, 400 metals.
Okay.
How does that work? I wanted the crystals, to be fair. May have to sort out cargo, but yeah, we didn't need to grab the metals. I've gained them now. I'm carrying them. The reason being, we may find another paver we can put them in. Is my thinking, because this will link to another one somewhere. But this will get the road built. I don't think I've got another repair spray for timefall. That's the only downside here. Right, we want the metal 150. And that should be the road built. So yeah, look at that. That's our contribution. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I've got a spray on this, which is a bit bad considering timefall. Right, where's that road take us? So that road is now built, so that's coming here. So actually there's only one more bit to build here then. And that will connect a main road between all this lot here. The only downside, it's a brigand's territory at the same time. But right, we're following the route this way instead, unfortunately. We're not heading where that's going. There's my marker there. I'm going to quickly go to where the shelter is in a second. So that's the only annoying thing about this. If I want to collect coral crystals, which we do, we have to keep getting in and out to do so. And we need to be picking up these coral crystals, that's the thing. But yeah, we need to be getting in and out all the time to do that. Just going to take off that and add them to that. Yeah, whereas normally on the trike you don't have to get off to pick stuff up. Okay, up the hill, there's a charger here, obviously timefall. If we see anything else for the musician, we'll try and pick it up on the way, as we're heading that way anyway. There we go, we've overcharged it now. Western Environmental, we're not heading there, so we won't pick that up. There's no point picking things up if we're not heading in that direction. Footprints we can see are the portals we just saw, I think. Let's see where we are. There we go. What's that? I don't know what, I think that's falling off, isn't it? We're going to follow the road all the way up here. We could even turn right here, to be fair, and just head straight. Let's say if there's something for the musician, we'll pick it up. If not, we won't take anything else at this point, because we're not heading in that direction. Like the government base there, there's no point picking up, we're not heading there. Okay, we just keep going straight here. We already deviated off my original plan because this way's easier. The map doesn't always show you everywhere, that's the thing. So the reason we're here is we're trying to do two missions at once, essentially. the main mission, but also the musician's mission as well, just because it was there and can be done together. So, newly completed, developed complete food samples. The more missions we can group together, the better, especially if it's on the way to other things.
Well, we meet again. Just bringing up the orders.
I don't know where we are with the stars with this, to be fair. Legend of Legends, there we go.
A flawless delivery.
Will you give us a 3-star? Yes, 3rd star done.
Something about the way you work is just
A new shotgun level 2.
So I want to give you this data. Hopefully, it'll make your life a bit easier.
We're only using a lightweight one, to be fair. But that's a level 2. Some new music as well. 15 onto our firmware. And 80 to our bandwidth.
Do you have enough materials?
And more
Why
materials.
don't I increase the amount you withdraw from here?
Now displaying your current
Our 4th Legend of Legends. And we gained 1 level there, so what grade 109 Master Transporter.
I've got something for you. It's a new version of the shotgun.
I was only taking the lightweight one, but actually...
Shell grenade launcher. Shotguns
Grenade launcher.
devastating at close range, but they're not really suited to long-range combat.
We definitely have one of these.
The grenade launcher more than makes up for these range issues. This data was sent to me on the Chiral Network from people impressed with all your hard work.
Imagine using that on the BTs from distance.
You might say it's the result of your ongoing efforts to connect everybody. Now, while I got you here, let me share another song. I've got a feeling you'll vibe with this one. Kick back and check it out when you can. I really hope to see you again. Later, man.
I'm definitely making the shotgun with a grenade launcher.
Well done.
What's he got on him? Recover a cache and then deliver it to the observatory and deliver legendary ammo containing. Okay, we're not going to be heading back to the West Knock thing at the minute, are we? So, is there any point taking it? Obviously, we're heading Rainbow Valley, aren't we, for the main story? Just wondering if there's any point taking it with us to then take back. Not at the minute. I think we'll leave that for the minute. Fabrication note. Obviously, shotgun level 2 with a grenade launcher as well. Against BTs, that's going to be really handy, I think. Okay, fabricate that. Oh, I should have done a spray actually while we're here. Let's quickly make a container spray because I don't have any. Right, shotgun. Too much stuff on us. Yeah, for the minute. Repair spray. I think we'll have to. Yeah, we'll have to put on backpack. Right, we're good to go. Without any deliveries on us, we're carrying a lot on us without actually having a delivery on us, which is really weird.
That's so you. You're one in a million.
Right, big delivery now. Just got to get this across to where we're going. So, we're heading to Rainbow Valley, is the plan. Now, from here, it does. It looks a simple case of heading to there and then heading across. It looks fairly open terrain there. Maybe cut through here and then through here. And then the difficult thing is getting down. I don't know how steep that is there.
Delivery route finalized.
If not, we'll have to come round and come down here and round. But hopefully there is like something there that may be a route down. We don't know till we're there. That is the plan. We'll see how we go here. It's all going to be determined by what we can do at that bit. That's the thing. Whether we can get down or not, I think, will determine how well this goes. Because all that stuff, there's no way we can carry all the materials ourselves. Could do it in a couple of times, couple of journeys. Leave this at the top and abseil down potentially. Ah, come on. There's another paver up there. We may be able to hand in these metals we've got on us. There's a paver to our right. That might head there in a second. How is this looking? I think that is a road, you know. I think we can head down there. Yeah, we can definitely head down there. Okay, perfect. Let's going to quickly head to this paver up here, mainly because we have metals and ceramics on us. We may as well go and see if we can hand them in. It may not even... it needs a lot to get to level 1, but we've got some on us. Alright, cargo management. Chuck those on the back of us. I know this requires a lot. Can I do it from down here or do I need to go? I don't want to climb. This won't get up and running by any stretch. Because it needs a lot. Looking at it. So this is the auto paver. We have got 400 and 100. It needs 1800 chiral crystals, 3600 metals, 4480 ceramics. It needs a lot. But we're going to hand in our 2 at least. That's why we carried them on us, just to hand in if we had the chance to another paver. It's not going to get up and running, but it's a little bit towards it at the very least. So I think some of these pavers take a lot to get up and running. We need more monorail as well up and running. That would be the good thing. Right, we now know the route we intended to use is doable, so we can use that road now. We weren't sure if this road was usable, but it is. Say that as on 2 wheels. And here we are. There's actually another thing to pick up there for the Rainbow Valley. This is where we are now. How is that being... Hang on, I'm just going to quickly go and grab... There's something been dropped nearby that is for where we're going, so I'm just going to quickly grab that while we're here. If I can. Just an extra thing to hand in. There we go.
Right, gotta load cargo onto the shelf in the back.
Carry them back. There we go. Just an extra thing to hand in, essentially. You can see the time fall and the effect it's had on the vehicle as well. We need to get that fixed at some point. Okay, I think if it's within the circle, we don't have to manually take the stuff out of the vehicle. It will do it for us from there. Okay, it will indeed. So we've got all the materials for Rainbow Valley. They're really heavy, and the plant samples we've just picked up as well as an extra bonus. And that'll be hopefully the Rainbow Valley added to the Chiral Network as well.
Hold on a minute. Are you Sam? And does this mean the Drawbridge has finally come to the valley?
And there's someone here for us to meet as well, I think.
I'm glad you could make it. It's an honor to welcome you here.
Because Fragile did say someone was waiting for us here, who's going to join us. Someone we know as well. S-rated, obviously it's in the back of a vehicle.
Thank you so much.
It's never going to get damaged, is it? Help us bring Australia into the network trophy achieved.
Of all the things you could have
this.
I want to see what the trophy is, to be fair. Should at least get one. There we go.
We'll be hoping to see more of you in the future.
So, we know we did the live performance trophy earlier. Complete episode 3 Drawbridge. So the trophy was gained at episode 3 Drawbridge. Okay.
The next step involves a Cupid, yeah? Okay then, let's do
So this is finishing off episode 3. I like that even Dollman reacts to it. There we go, another section added. Another strand. Rainbow Valley and Glen Rain. I think that was quite a good journey in the end, considering. And the Magellan's here as well. What is that? A tar cannon. A device primarily used to extinguish fires by dousing them with a jet of decontaminated tar, which can also knock humans unconscious and suppress smaller enemies. Deploy the cannon and fix it to the ground to replenish its tar supply. But we warned that the tar it expels has a restorative effect on catchers. You can't really use it against catchers, but actually the smaller creatures can suppress them and can knock human enemies unconscious. Or we can put out fires. I've not seen a fire yet. Okay. 20 more firmware.
Now displaying your current order grade.
I don't know how we gained the stealth, but we did. Grade 110, Master Transporter.
The connection looks strong and steady to me. That cargo you brought along is going to make a world of difference, too. It'll allow us to proceed with our terraforming initiative. Hopefully no more towns will have to suffer the fate of the one down below us. Oh, we've shared our tar cannon data with everyone, by the way. I suspect you'll find it useful in your own work. Try it out. See if it suits your needs.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it does, to be fair. We'll see. Let's ask him everything we can. So the town down below.
You probably passed the town.
We didn't. We came a different way, so we didn't pass the town, to be fair.
At a glance, it might have looked like nothing more than a cluster of massive boulders. But those were once buildings. Places where people used to live. As the desert kept creeping closer, the town was abandoned overnight. They'd been forced to evacuate. The few who were left behind became BTs. Still, at least the exodus went to plan. There are no void outs at any rate.
The terraforming initiative.
This region was once filled with lush vegetation, over which birds soared and serenaded, until all that beautiful life fell prey to sudden desertification. We swore to do everything in our power to bring back what was lost. Around the time we got started, the APAC people showed up. With their help, we've been able to achieve a modest measure of success. But moving forward, we have to find a way to nurture and protect what little we have on our own.
Tar cannons.
Tar cannons are invaluable pieces of equipment that we use to combat forest fires. Now, while fires are a common occurrence in this region, water is a precious resource. So these cannons were developed as extinguishers that utilize the tar contained within the earth itself. They leverage the tar's viscosity, making them one of the most effective methods of combating fire we have. When deployed on the ground, they can both extract and discharge tar simultaneously. You can pick up the cannon and use it on the go as well, but you'll be unable to refill its tar reservoir while doing so. If you find yourself caught in a wildfire, you'll need to figure out when to shoot and when to move in order to make it out alive.
Hopefully we don't get caught in a wildfire, to be fair.
Thanks for everything, Sam. You and Drawbridge have helped ensure that these lands will one day be...
So who is it we're meeting that we met previously?
In particular, that comrade of yours has performed absolute miracles for us.
Who's the comrade?
If you're looking to link up with them, you'll find them in the ravine on the other side of the river, directly opposite this shelter. Come back and visit anytime.
Right, we need to go and meet the person who we know.
With our comrade. Let's see. They should be around here somewhere.
Right, where they're in the ravine supposedly. Ah, they're up there. There we go. Well, we've got a vehicle. We will use the vehicle, especially if it protects all that stuff from the time fall.
Might there be somewhere we can cross more easily?
We crossed easily. Right, where is this person and who is it? Fragile said we know them, so I'm curious to see who it is.
To fit those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
Obviously the time fall's aging everything, and she can de-age everything by those things. I can't think who she is though.
I think I spooked her.
I really couldn't say.
Yeah. I don't think we know who she is.
Like that before.
It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
It's stopped raining now at least.
Go on, Sam. Follow her into that facility.
Fire hydrant there. She got back up and running while it's the things. But yeah, I don't know who she is offhand. I thought we'd recognise her from the first game after what Fragile said, but I don't remember her at all. It's quite cool you can actually venture into some facilities as well. There ain't no garden going on. And the water doesn't age us. Well, there's her coat. And a small army of birds that she saved by lots of things. She's pregnant.
Thanks for coming, Sam. I'm sorry about just now.
Rainy.
I didn't know who you were at first.
You're the picture of health, Rainy.
You too, little man.
Did we know her from the first game?
that's some kind of a trick for dealing with timefall.
Rainy, it's been too long.
Fragile.
Can't wait to see you again.
What are we waiting for, Sam? Let's head to the DHV Magellan.
So we were told that they should be joining us on the Magellan anyway. Raindrops, episode 4. They're back on the Magellan then.
Fragile. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet the old-fashioned way. Carograms are great, but nothing beats a hug. Well, I'm sure you already know. This is Rainy. She's a good friend of the cause.
It really is a pleasure to meet you, Sam.
Nice to meet you too.
Glad to see you in good health.
And it's so good to see you all again.
So she's obviously worked with Fragile and everyone before then. I don't think she was in the first game, I can remember though. Right, we are running out of time, so we'll see how much more we can do. We haven't got much, just another 10 minutes left. We'll speak to Dollman and see what he has to say as well.
Sam, Charlie here. You may now undertake your next assignment. You can find the relevant main order by accessing the delivery terminal in Rainbow Valley.
Okay. Take the main order. Let's quickly go and shower as we always do whenever we get a chance to rest. Also gives us chiral crystals as well. But yeah, every time we rest we always shower. As I've done this with the Dollman as well. We gained 40 chiral crystals for the shower.
Nothing like a warm shower after a hard day's labor. Am I right, Sam? I was glad to see Rainy in such high spirits. She's grown so bright and energetic, almost unrecognizable from our first meeting. A pity that her child shows no similar signs of development. Rainy used to be much more quiet and withdrawn. She seemed averse to spending time with people. Dolls, too. It was singing and dancing that got her to open up. I'm something of a performer myself, though I've never showed anyone.
Oh, you did. You showed us when we did the dance earlier on today.
The Rainbow Valley greenhouses are the product of our researchers' hard work. And thanks to you and me, those invaluable structures will endure for a good while yet. I don't really have anything else to say right now.
Okay. Is it morning? Yeah, we need to sleep till morning then. As I say, we are running out of time. This may be the ideal place to stop because it's where we are now. Is kind of a good place. Rather than already having delivery and having to relook at it again next time. I think what we do is we eat as we always and drink as we always do, and then maybe that's where we stop. I feel like we've got quite a bit done though, especially more strands added. West Fort not. We fought Higgs. Higgs is now alive. And obviously the machine of his, the mech of his, Managed to defeat that. But yeah, how is Higgs still going? That's the question. But I think this is the ideal place to stop. Otherwise, we're going to take on the Order and then have to re-go through what the Order is next time. To be fair. Is he going to tell us here? No. Lots of age requests, to be fair. Rainbow Lost Candy. Wow. But yeah, I think this is the right place to stop, to be fair. Otherwise, like I say, we'll have to start a new mission without... And then when we come back, we'll have to re-look at the new mission. But we've finished Chapter 3. We've started Chapter 4. Let's go back to the title screen. After saving it. So, we're a decent way in now. Chapter 4, we've just started. A new character has been added to the Magellan as well. Monorail, we've got to ride a monorail for the first time. As I say, we fought Higgs and his mech, which was a decent fight, to be fair. I think we did really well, to be honest. But it was a good old fight. But that is us today. If you haven't seen the schedule went live yesterday, go and check the schedule video out, or on our community page and check out the live stream times on the community page as well. The plan this week is very mixed because we've got too many things on the go, to be honest. We've got quite a lot on the go. So tomorrow morning we are live with Assassin's Creed Shadows. There's a new character been added that you can add to your team, your party. So we want to do that quest line tomorrow morning with Shadows. There is no live stream on Wednesday as I'm at hospital. Thursday we're back in Roadcraft, continuing on there. And then Friday we're back in Death Stranding 2 on the beach, Friday morning. So there's a bit of time now between this and when we're back again on Death Stranding. But it was only because we've got so many other things on the go that we need to keep on top of as well. But what a stream. You know, we've got a decent way in the story. Finished off Chapter 3, now on to Chapter 4. And yeah, things are moving forward. But a massive thank you guys for today. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. We're back tomorrow morning with Assassin's Creed Shadows. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll see you in a live stream very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.